One, two, three.
Save your breath for screaming.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
We're not qualified.
Explorers in the further regions of experience.
Did you not listen?
Then the hell with you.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 152nd episode of Screaming into the Void, the show where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and joining me today, we have green-haired anti-liberal.
Hi. Sorry, I was reading something. Hello.
Yeah. Slavering over balls over here. We also have with us Abe.
Yo, what's going on?
I think you're crackling a little bit, man.
Crackling oat brand.
Am I crackling?
You
Okay,
are.
little
bear with
bit.
me.
Yeah, a little bit. The audio's a little off.
Squatch says drop out and come back in.
How about now?
Yep.
No, that's better. That's way better.
Cool.
Don't listen to Squatch.
We also have, speaking
Rest
of
up.
which, Caucasian Sasquatch.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Screaming into the Void, where I will be using my NPR voice until everyone is asleep and giving me money.
Don't make me talk about pottery again, because you know how I can go on about pottery. It's the greatest thing ever. It will change your life in ways unexpected. Here in NPR.
I've seen Ghost. I know what that's all about.
She's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Gal doesn't like my NPR voice. It makes her feel weird.
Yeah, understandable.
Welcome in, everybody. We are live currently on two separate YouTube channels. This one, Samuel the Infamous, and also Caucasian Sasquatch. We are live on Twix. We are live on Rumble. If you're in any of those places, please do drop a comment so that we know that you are here. That said, we'll say hello to the few people who are in chat as of yet. We've got
Are you going to make me hate you more?
probably Ardent Party.
Hey, baby. Let's shake it.
Hi, howdy. With Dom H. Hail, good to see you. Izzy Pop. Hi, Izzy. How's it doing? Welcome in. We got Tootie Bug.
Tootie Bug.
Welcome. Good to have you. So, and we'll be greeting people as they come in as well. Angry Snowman 2. Hello. Well, just skipped over Old Blindy. Hello. Just home shower time. Good to know, I guess. Thank you.
Cool.
So, welcome in. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with the show, what we generally will do is we will start out with, topics or whatever, and then we just sort of see where the conversation takes us. Sometimes it's a little nonsensical. A lot of times it's a little nonsensical. Sometimes it's a lot nonsensical. So, roll with it because that's what we do. So,
I rolled before we got here.
right?
They see me rolling. They hating.
You know, there was a time when rolling was slang for dropping ecstasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the days. Anywho,
Oh, those halcyon days.
I'll be honest, I never did ecstasy. That was the thing that I never did because
Good shit, man.
I got dosed.
Come back.
Allegedly.
I got dosed with E one night. It happened. The way I figured it out was after having 4 hours of sex, I went outside to smoke a cigarette, and the grass was phenomenal.
yeah, I could see that. I never touched it because the whole thing, what the drug actually does is it floods your system with serotonin, right? It overstimulates your serotonin gland, which is also why people get super, super in the dumps when they come down, is because they basically just shut that gland down for a while.
The best description I've ever heard of people abusing ecstasy is that you have used up all your happy, and you have to wait until you have more happy to be happy.
Pretty much, yeah. And I have a defective serotonin gland, so I have no idea what that shit would do to me if it did anything at all. It'd either be a waste of money or it would be the worst fucking thing ever. So, so I just never touched
Quite
it.
often, it gets cut with speed as well. So, like, what you experience isn't necessarily, yeah.
4 hours of sex. Who are you kidding?
Okay, yeah, you say that. You say when you look back and it's not the entire fucking Roman legion that just run through you, it's just little old me. Don't know what to tell you. Is that a bit much? I'm sorry.
Hey, Beak, welcome in, man. Good to see you. Not that drugs were not like the topic of the day. I for some reason, I started thinking about that because you're rolling.
Guess they are now.
Look, there are only two places you can go with the term rolling, right? You can either go drugs or music. And in music, like most people are probably like, you guys are all probably old enough, except maybe Gal, to remember, like Proud Mary, right? For example.
Yeah.
But most people would think of fucking Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
And I don't like Limp Bizkit, so I didn't want to go that route. So drugs it is. I would rather talk about drugs than Limp Bizkit.
But Gal, do you not even know the Limp Bizkit version?
Keep rolling. That song?
What?
No, Limp Bizkit is a band. They made a song where they say rolling over and over and over again.
Thank you for letting me know Limp Bizkit is a band.
This is not a euphemism for Abe's Twinkie.
Are they a band?
Or group, if you will.
Only one of them who ever had any talent was DJ Lethal. Just saying.
DJ Lethal, bring it on.
Stage with instruments in front of what people called crowds. So, yes, you can say.
Yeah. You could call them that, yes.
You know what, Beak? That's a good call. That's a good call. That's even older than Proud Mary.
Yeah.
I think of
Blues Brothers, baby.
You think of what now?
A trucker.
Yeah.
On.
Oh, I got you.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good way to go with it too. I don't know. Then I guess I'm just fucked up because my head went to drugs. So
I also think of rolling with the homies.
Oh, you're one of them. Anyhow. Welcome in, Rude Cunt Crab. That's an interesting handle.
That's a name.
That's a great name. I like that. Yeah.
You'd probably get along with my pal Mud Crab. He's Australian. He uses the word cunt all the time.
I don't like how you said my pal as if he's not my pal too.
Our pal, then. Are you happy?
Maybe.
Yeah, I was on a stream with him for like 6 hours today.
That is true. Full Aussie. You probably didn't even know he was part of the full Aussie.
Okay, so
I did.
Interesting lore. This used to be Rude Mud Crab. It says kind of lot. Not sure why he changed his name. I assumed it was because the overbearing. What the fuck? I need to meet this imposter. Have you looked in the mirror recently, bro? He's also Australian, by the way.
Oh,
fair enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely check out the full Aussie then. There's a bunch of Australians and a handful of Brits and occasionally somebody else just being very Aussie.
All good cunts.
I think there needs to be a big cunt off.
Yeah.
Something like
Hold
that.
on. Can I have it on good authority that is genital mutilation? And it's not legal in the States.
Come on, man. This isn't Africa. Jesus.
Or Afghanistan.
Or London.
I mean, these days.
Say Afghanistan. Oh.
See what you did
No,
there.
London is New Pakistan.
I thought it was New India.
No, we call it Londonistan. Yeah.
Same difference, really. We're getting into the weeds, I think, a little bit on that.
It's a shithole. Don't go there.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
I mean, I had no interest in going over to the British Isles at any point in my life anyway, on general principle. Like, sure, we're allies now. I'm air quoting as hard as I can, but like the whole reason my country exists is because of
we've been allies for 200 fucking years.
Again,
well, technically, there was a short period there when we weren't.
That was 250 years ago.
Your ass.
Yeah, that was 250 years ago.
Look, sometimes relationhips have to go through a rough patch.
I love that take on it.
Well, yes, because it was a struggle. It was a struggle of who wears the pants, and we won.
We were gay, and now we're gay, and I don't.
Except the British Empire got bigger and more powerful after the American War of Independence.
Yeah, for a minute.
Which in British history is nothing.
And you lost it within what, a span of 20 years?
That, and I reiterate the idea that y'all found all the spices, but don't use any of them.
Yeah, and again, I'm going to have to reiterate that you don't know a fucking thing that you're talking about, Sunshine.
No, but it's funny as hell, and even you laughed about it.
It's funny, and it's also still mildly irritating, which I know is the thing that you find the funniest. You bastard.
Sir. Yes, sir.
That is correct.
God damn it.
I'm going to give you a minute to cool off there, Abe. I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee. I'll be back whenever the hate starts.
You went with coffee, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to get a sip of cider.
Well, I guess it's you and me, Sam.
Yes, indeed.
I'm still here. I can sip and listen.
Real quick. Rude Cunt Crab. My mind is blown. I've used Rude Mud Crab online for going on 20 years, and this is the first other Aussie mud crab I've ever heard of. So here's the thing. You probably just don't run in the same circles.
But you can now.
But you can now. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Worlds are colliding.
So, like, I don't know if you are aware, because you're over on the Sasquatch side of the stream here. I don't know if you are aware of like channels like Geeks and Gamers or Nerdrotic or that sort of thing. What's affectionately termed the Fellowship by its members. Mudcrab's kind of more over on that side, sort of.
Yeah. Sort of.
Squatches.
Adjacent to, rather. But
yeah.
So that's that. I imagine you probably haven't crossed paths, would be my guess.
I was going to drop the link to the Full Aussie, but I don't have a wrench in Squatch's chat. So.
Well, if you put it in the private chat when he comes back, he can do it. Or I can. I might have a link. I don't remember if I have a fucking wrench over there or not. I might.
You must have a wrench, surely, Sam.
Right. One would hope that you would.
I mean, I don't really know even where I have wrenches these days. Like, I have wrenches in a lot of weird places, and some places that I used to that I don't anymore. It just is what it is.
For me, it's kind of weird.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, for me, it's kind of weird when I'm in a chat and I don't have a wrench anymore. It's odd because I'm just part of everybody's furniture, apparently.
Sam, that has been a call out to your chat, and I will point it out for you because Abe is not.
Oh no, he's been needling me about this for weeks. I'm deliberately ignoring it now because it's fucking funny.
Okay. You would have given one to Abe.
I would have. It probably would have eventually just handed one out without too much trouble there. But the more it gets brought up, the less likely I am to do it.
Wait, so that idea got shot down?
I brought this up once.
I know. I'm just fucking
once. Fucking suck my dick and balls, you motherfucker.
Yeah, because that'll definitely get you a wrench.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Oh man, it is what it is.
Gal, one of them's green. In fact, they're both green.
Green one.
She does have two blue
ones.
Oh,
yours. Got it. I see. Okay, so I'll just.
Yeah. All the. Thank you.
All right, give me a second there, Sasquatch chat. I'm going to test this out and see if I have the ability to drop this link in there. I might not. We will see. So if it shows up with blue, then yeah, worked out. Not
sweet.
Sorry, we'll have to wait for Squatch to get back. Close poll.
At least you.
Haha! It worked.
I was like, "There is a wrench." I don't understand.
Oh, get you and your luxury wrench.
Yep. So, you know what's so funny is people. I do get wrenches in a lot of weird places. And I almost never use it. There's only one channel that I ever actually actively use the wrench on, and it's the first channel I ever got a wrench on. So
this is quickly sounding like a weird sex thing.
It kind of does.
Anyone else?
Oh.
Mirrors?
Yes, that one. So that's the one that I'm actively modding on. Most of the others, I will mod if necessary, but a lot of times, like, especially since half of the people I know now have a guy named Legionis as their mod.
Yeah.
And he's kind of a badass, and he mods multiple streams at the same time efficiently. They don't really need me to do anything because that guy covers everything. So
yeah.
And he's always quick about it too.
Yeah.
Bots coming into Kick or Twitch.
I've never really pressed it, but I'm not sure he's just one person because he is in far more chats than even I am. I don't really sleep.
Well, there is an ongoing joke that he's a bot, so
it's possible.
That's the joke. I have but personally the Legionis part.
Him modding as if he is paying sole attention to one stream when he's doing the exact same thing in like multiple streams at the same time. Like I've seen him do it with my own eyes. It is wild. He's very good.
He is literally Legion.
Right. So I mean, if you've got somebody like Legatus running your mod stuff, you don't unless you've got 17,000 live viewers and it's scrolling by so fast nobody can read anything or whatever. You don't really need more than him. So anyway, on those channels that I'm also a mod on, that he is a mod on, I don't really do anything. I just kind of watch and listen.
Who watches he do?
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is as well though is that like a lot of the circles we sort of running, there are enough people to keep bad people at bay pretty easily.
Yeah. Yes, Beak, that is correct. He is the one who says fade in every time he greets somebody. Yes, that is a reference to something that what's the name of the bitch who was in charge of Disney Star Wars? I can't remember her name now. All of a sudden,
Kathleen Kennedy.
That's it, Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah, it's a reference to this ridiculous speech she gave like 5 years ago. When she essentially what happened was she was reading the teleprompter and she forgot she wasn't supposed to read that part because it was in brackets.
For real?
That's what happened. Yeah. She says fade in and then starts her speech.
My God.
It's like Kevin Sorbo in that scene from Hercules where he goes, disappointed.
Right.
I think it's more along the lines of Anchorman reading absolutely anything that pops up on the prompter.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Sadly, my reference was actually Joey from Friends.
How you doing?
I mean, that wasn't the reference, but
it wasn't a reference. I'm asking you, baby, how you doing? I don't know.
You doing?
Picked up this peach. I've been thinking about you.
Oh,
how fuzzy is it?
I'm a little disappointed. It doesn't even smell peachy.
Ooh, give it a lick.
Terms of service are a thing, and I don't care how far you can.
He's not going to eat a peach live.
Sometimes it takes a little bit of moisture to elicit an aroma.
Speaking of awesome mods, Aaron Laura is out there putting all the socials down in my chat, so I'm putting them
Aaronator
for everybody else. She's awesome. She also mods multiple channels. Recently got a wrench over here because she's been Well, she started doing mod shit without anybody saying anything to her.
Without permission.
Pretty much. Yeah. So I was like, I might as well have the wrench. You know? So I was doing a game stream a while back, and by a while back, I mean like a week ago. And she's just in the chat. I'm like, look, I got to take a break. I got to go pee or whatever, because I'm like 2.5 hours into the stream. So I get up, I leave, I come back, and she's sitting there. She's saying, hey, to all the lurkers out there, like and subscribe, you bitches. And I'm like, fuck, she gets a wrench.
You're so easy.
I mean, wrench material.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
See what gets Sam going. Got it.
You know, I don't so much like it when they're rough with me, but when they're rough with other people, yeah, it's a bit of a turn on. So I just like watching other men be humiliated.
I'm not even a fan of that, to be honest, but if they're going to do it anyway, I might as well be entertained.
Right.
Get me the popcorn. Hold on, I got some chips.
Is that not a little bit gay?
I don't care. You have not met me, have you?
It was an insult to Sam, not you.
Oh.
I was just going to let him take all the heat.
I think that's a yes all round.
Again,
right.
For those of you who are new to the show, 152 episodes in, this is kind of how it is. So like we try to be, you know, as genuine as possible, but also hilarious at the same time. And sometimes we fall flat. Like Abe is really funny. He's really on point. Very smart man. Knows a lot of shit about a lot of things. And just this weekend, he made two very bad jokes. It happens to everybody, right? So, you know, take us with a grain of salt. But this is essentially, yes, you did.
I mean, I could believe it. I just don't remember them.
Yeah,
I don't watch anything I'm on.
Also, you were very, very tired.
Yeah. I still am.
I read this as salute Samuel Sweeney.
Samuel Sweeney. I mean, I do have Sammy. Some pretty green jeans.
What's up, Clue?
No, I Sammy Sweeney.
Yeah.
That's how I read it. Salute Sammy Sweeney. I don't know why, but
I thought those were sweatpants. Huh.
They were pretty
loose. No, they just look like sweatpants because they're old and worn.
It's all the tentacles. I get it.
Yeah, I stretched them out good. So.
I do appreciate the praise, though, Sam. That's literally the longest string of compliments I think I've had ever.
Yeah. Well, I'm just kind of buttering you up, though, because I'm about to insult.
Hey, dude, do you want to get married?
I'd rather not. No.
I mean, eventually.
Yeah.
I've been married. I'm done doing that shit. I don't care. It's not happening.
My green is turning red. I'm blushing.
Isn't that juice?
Well, if we weren't gay before, we definitely are now.
Yeah, that's
you just confirmed it with that. So
I mean, yeah. Don't be fooled, though, guys. Gal is also gay. She will tell you she's not gay because she's a girl, but no, she's the gayest of us. As a matter of fact,
we were all babies. We all like titty.
Yeah. You might have girl parts, but you're more of a man than most. So gay.
I'm sorry, I have more testosterone than you, but
and she likes girl parts
because she chugs it like out of a thermos.
That's not where I chug it from.
Okay.
I know. A thermos-shaped object.
Oh, you mean almost phallical in nature.
We got to drop YouTube immediately. We're fixing to have one of those conversations.
Yes, we are. So normally I will have like at least a couple of topics to kind of get us rolling. This week has been fucking weird. Almost nothing of import has happened, and the few things that have happened that are of import are kind of meh topics anyway. Like I don't know. It's been very fucking strange in terms of news, and also in terms of my ability to give a fuck about anything. So I didn't really take down any topics. I got a couple of weird things we could talk about. You know, like let's see. I found this article on Squatch probably has heard of this, and I'd wager Abe has probably run across it at some point too. But there was a moment in Dutch history where the Dutch murdered and ate their own prime minister a while back. Like, which I was not aware of. I think
we need to bring this practice back.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Especially in Britain.
Okay, maybe in Britain, but not in America. I am not eating Trump. No. Just no.
Yeah.
Tastes like spray can.
So, and I got to thinking about this because my mom called me before the show, right? And she was asking, well, what are you guys going to talk about today? I was like, honestly, I don't really know. I've got a few things, but I'm not sure where the show's going to go. And she's like, oh, and I was like, but I do got this thing about Dutch cannibalism. And lately it's kind of become a thing where this isn't really a Samuel stream if cannibalism doesn't come up at some point.
Nice.
So I figured we'd lead off with that. So apparently,
did your mum just go, yeah, fair enough?
Yeah, pretty much. She was just like, yeah, okay.
She's like, I could see that.
This happened in the 17th century, in 1670s, in The Hague. Guy named Johan de Witt. And apparently he had pissed off his constituents so much that they killed him and at least partially ate him and apparently his brother.
I mean, sometimes you're just down for a little Dane.
Right?
It's a whole thing. Danish? In Dutch?
Yeah, Danish and Dutch are very different. Yeah.
You said Danish and
I did say Danish.
But I meant Dutch.
Yeah, I'm real good at throwing you off, girl.
Yeah.
It's kind of gay.
Well, it's let's be honest, those little European countries are so goddamn similar. They're, and small. And,
they begin with D's.
I mean, they're like boroughs in New York. They're not that big and they're not that far apart. So sure, you get some differences, but they're all New Yorkers. Let's be honest.
I love arguing with Islanders because they don't realize the world isn't the size of their island. Like they think of another country, they think it's as big as their island, and I'm like, dude, I have a county next to me that's twice the size of your fucking island.
Right.
Yeah, it's also so bizarre to me that like people can't envision that there's one community that lives right next to each other that is completely different.
I mean,
like there are parts of the UK, and obviously we're a bad example because we're the worst example for it now. In that you can go from one area of a city to the next area over, completely different people, completely different language, completely different culture, no integration whatsoever, and then you go to another place, same thing again. Nice.
Well, I think you could even say that before the Pakistanization of London. You could say that about different neighborhoods in London, just completely different from each other, right?
Yeah. Well, it used to be along class lines, but now it's literally along every single social cleavage.
Yeah.
That you could possibly imagine.
Cleavage.
See, and now where I'm at in Wyoming, it is kind of a hard concept for us to fathom because Wyomingites are pretty much Wyomingites all the way through, and none of us are close together.
Yeah.
Like the distance between my town and the nearest town is like halfway across your country. So, it's but strangely, we all kind of still share the same culture, idioms, and dialect, right? We don't. Mine is a little off. Like people who listen to me talk won't necessarily know I'm from Wyoming because I'm not from Wyoming. I've lived here a lot, but I've also lived in a whole lot of other places, and so my accent is a little mixed. But yeah, people who are here lifelong and all that stuff, you can take them from one end of the state or the other, and they'll sound more or less the same.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
whereas like the difference between like fucking Whitechapel, and I don't know, name another. The only one that comes to mind is Whitechapel, Jack the Ripper, all that stuff. But in London, and they're going to be totally different. They'll have different accents, different idioms, different customs. It's
dude, the difference between like upper England and Cockney is amazing. It's amazing.
Totally different. Yeah.
Right.
It's almost like we had to murder each other for hundreds of years to form a nation. And then we finally decided, okay, we're just one people now, but we still don't like each other.
Except those guys at the top. Those guys are nobody's friends, but they can hang out in the club, just not in the country.
Well, England is especially interesting because you were also not just killing each other, but you were also occupied by foreign powers on multiple occasions, and vastly different foreign powers at that.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the Normans at one point, you had the Romans at another point, you had the Romans for a good long point. You've had different like William the Conqueror was from Normandy, right? Which is France. So technically he spoke France, even though everybody in Normandy is technically descended from northern countries.
Speaks France.
Yeah. What's the difference? It's a stupid language. I'm sure they don't mind my mispronouncing the name
French.
of their country.
Yeah, he spoke French.
Yeah.
He was a Viking who settled in northern France.
Right.
So
which is why it's called
they were
Normandy.
Vikings who spoke French.
Yes. And they were given that. They were given that land by the French, so that the French would stop being raped and pillaged.
Can we stop talking about people that don't matter and start talking about things that don't matter?
Like, I don't know. I was still kind of like on this whole Johann de Witt being dinner thing myself.
How did they prepare him? Any idea?
I'm looking through it. It doesn't really say.
Raw on the street. I mean,
if I had to guess, they probably like sliced bits off of them and cooked them over an open flame. Would be my guess, if they cooked them at all.
God, what a way to go!
Because it's not like there's an oven right in the center of Parliament or anything, right?
Although a determined man, some time and effort and a little money could make that happen.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to.
Let's just fucking move on from the cannibalism for fuck.
Okay.
Hold up, real quick. Before we do, though, I want to bring up this image of the man, because I'm looking at him and I'm like, where did they get the idea that this guy looked tasty? Right. That is not a tasty looking man.
I don't know. A little bit of jerk seasoning, some spice, maybe a nice flan brulee,
nice side salad. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd do it.
Mostly white meat.
Definitely white meat.
I mean,
delicious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. Porcelain porcine.
See what you did there, brother. I wonder how the wig makes its heads taste. Just curious. That's a friend.
Clue asks, "What does a tasty man look like?" I'm not a cannibal, so I can't exactly answer that question in good faith.
But this one. Hold on, I got this one.
Tasty can have different meanings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fair.
All right. Have you seen John Cena?
Yes. You can't wait.
No, because you can never see him.
Imagine him slow roasting over basting him down with balsamic vinegar.
With the apple in his mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure. if you create like a salt circle, he might appear if you manage to get him inside it.
Oh, he'll get inside.
But even if he were inside
he'll get inside for sure.
Yeah, he'll get inside it like China got inside him.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunate.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I think that was when we really saw him.
Oh man, everybody saw that. Like the whole fucking planet saw that.
Actually, I did a series of shows. That was the opening of the shows. That was the first thing I did. But then other people brought to attention other things that various stars had done that convinced me that in order to operate inside of China, you have to perform the humiliation rituals that they require.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this will involve being in a movie in a dress,
Yep.
doing
Kind of
some
ruins
form.
Tu Wong Fu, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Patrick Swayze is
Wesley
just
Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
Come on, Wesley Snipes, man.
I
Wesley
know, but
Snipes.
it's kind of hard to watch from
Wesley Snipes in a
modern
dress.
men.
What's in?
I mean, it was funny then.
Was it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
See, this was before a lot of us people who
Yeah.
are not on the inside of that industry started to notice certain trends, like the fact that anytime any black man with any sort of like masculinity at all wants to make it big, he's got to do something like that. Right? Wesley Snipes did it, and Tu Wong Fu was not the beginning of his career, but it was fairly early on.
Yeah.
Right? Chris Rock did it in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Right? He had Chris Tucker, who I arguably is not what you would call a manly man, but still a dude.
Ruby Rose was awesome.
I was just fixing to
It's
say
Ruby.
something.
It's Ruby Rod. It's Ruby Rod.
Whatever.
Ruby Rose.
Sorry, my bad.
And it's
is
super green.
Ruby,
kinda
yeah,
looks like
Ruby
Mom.
Rose was Batwoman.
Yeah, I know. That was
I knew I'd heard that name before and I couldn't place it.
Misspoken.
Thank you, Abe.
Yeah.
my
Fucking
bad.
hell.
You knew who I meant.
Right. And look, I'm not saying they didn't perform well in these roles. I mean, like Tu Wong Fu, like Wesley Snipes was awesome in that movie, but it was still a masculine action star type man in a dress. I firmly believe that is a humiliation ritual that they make a lot of these guys go through. The only exception to this is Tyler Perry, and he fucking did it to himself.
I don't know.
And-
I would give Eddie
Nope,
Murphy
I
a
got
second.
another one.
Arsenio Hall.
Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis, to my knowledge, has never been in a movie in a dress.
Also not a black man.
But neither is John Cena.
Well, no, but
He's in that, dude.
I'm gonna not finish that thought.
Although, on the other hand, he was in was it the whole 9 yards? And he played a hitman that lived next door or something like that. Anyway,
No, you know what? In the whole 10 yards, I think he did put on like a tutu or something. Yeah, because he had that fucking stupid wig and the chickens and.
After I said Eddie Murphy, I'm now wondering, did he ever actually play a woman, or it was always men?
I think he dressed as a woman in one of the movies to escape from a nightclub. They I can't remember the scene, but they ran in the bathroom and he came out. He wasn't like wearing a dress or nothing, but he had a wig on and held the dress up and ran away. But I think that was either Eddie Murphy or Charlie Murphy. I can't remember.
No, I think that was Eddie Murphy. I'm trying to remember. Was that Jumpin' Jack Flash?
I just remembered
which is
laughing
not
so hard I fell out from the chair. The Clumps. I guess you could call that. Yes, no. Eddie Murphy was in Dragon Clumps. Yep.
And a fat suit.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about Arsenio Hall?
I mean,
he tapped out early. Hold up now. Arsenio didn't necessarily make it far enough into the 20th century to matter. 21st century to matter. He kind of tapped out early on his acting career. That might have been why. I don't know, but it could have been the crack, allegedly.
Ooh, Sam Jackson and Denzel. Have they ever been in dresses?
Sam Jackson, I don't know about a dress, but he has absolutely been in a kilt in a movie about where he went to Scotland, and it was about a drug recipe, like a synthetic drug recipe. I forget what the name of the movie is.
A kilt is not a dress, and therefore not a humiliation ritual.
A kilt is not a dress in
It's a black man. That's a humiliation.
Your average black man in America is not going to see a difference.
Still.
Well,
but what about Denzel?
I can't say that.
Denzel, I don't think he has, as far as I know, but I have not seen everything he's ever done either.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of it. My mom loved Denzel Washington, and I kind of carried that over. I watch everything.
Ardent Party, Formula 51. That's the name of the movie. Thank you. Good movie, by the way. So, but yeah, I don't know. Because I'm thinking back and I'm like his early career was things like Do the Right Thing, and he did a lot of Spike Lee work early on.
about Carl
Mississippi
Weathers?
Masala, which is pretty good, by the way.
Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Norbit.
I don't know. I don't know about Carl Weathers. You know, but I don't know that Carl Weathers never ever achieved the same level of fame as some of these other guys. Like, we all know who Carl Weathers is, but like he wasn't like the leading man kind of.
Like his CV or whatever you Brits call it. What does that even mean, by the way?
Curriculum vitae.
Is that what that means?
Yes.
Interesting. I've always wondered. I just haven't cared enough to ask.
Stop it.
Anyway,
it's
I don't
lying.
think I don't think his is that robust, I guess. He kind of died out in the early aughts.
Well, he was more of a character actor, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know, like he wasn't the leading man type, but he was a hell of a supporting role actor, right?
Yeah.
And because like even if you look back at the movies that really made him famous, the Rocky films, right? He's not the main character in those movies.
Right, and same with Predator.
Yeah. You know,
do you know
whenever Happy Gilmore, you know, he's in Happy Gilmore and he's great in that movie, but he's not the main character.
Yeah.
You know?
Hold on.
God damn.
Go on.
Sorry, I lost it.
Think on it more. We'll discuss Danny Glover.
Okay, I'll go first, and then if you can pick it back up.
Yeah, as usual, you finish first.
Wow.
Every time I think of Arsenio Hall now, I always think of that Dave Chappelle skit where he's thinking of Arsenio, and he's at a party and he's like, there's some good ass cheese. Like his entire broadcast career as like a TV show host, I don't even picture anymore. I just get that same image.
That's all I see is his broadcast career, like the Arsenio Hall show. That's all I think of when I think of him for some reason. And I know he's done a ton of other stuff, but that's what sticks out in my mind. Like I think of Coming to America. I know he's a major part of that fucking movie. I don't see him. I see James Earl Jones and Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
You know. So
I wonder if James Earl Jones
never did either.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it. I mean, unless you count Thulsa Doom, who was kind of wearing a dress. But Thulsa Doom was also very, very manly. So
hold on. He might have been wearing a dress, but he had 272 wives. So I mean, like
I said, you have to stretch for that one. But I mean, unless you count that, like I don't really think he ever did anything.
And he was handling snakes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He did make one hard. So I gotta see where you're going.
He did that twice, actually. If you watch that movie, he does it a second time later when he tries to kill the princess while she's chained up, and the little Asian dude jumps in front of the snake arrow. Yeah, that's a great fucking movie. If you guys have not seen Conan the Barbarian, it is in no way accurate to the writings of Robert E. Howard, right? The creator of Conan. No way at all. In fact, Thulsa Doom is a totally different fucking character in those stories.
Yeah.
But it's a great fucking movie.
Let me tell you how good it is. I stood up, grabbed all my stuff, and was on my way through the living room to go get in my truck and noticed that Conan was at the Barbarian. Conan the Barbarian was starting, and stopped and watched the intro because I was like texting and making sure everybody was ready to get picked up. 2 hours later, they called me. I just sat down, grabbed some popcorn, and was watching Conan the Destroyer. Forgot all about what I was supposed to be doing. Jason.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a good choice.
Those are.
Yeah, they all worked it out by themselves.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did. Yeah, because otherwise you'd have been deprived of awesome.
Yeah.
So I love those fucking movies. I I mean, I grew up reading the stories, right? You know, like Marvel did a bunch of comics for years. And then before that was obviously the creator, Robert E. Howard, before he killed himself, a Texan, I might add, which explains a lot of the views expressed in these stories. A Texan, by the way, who hated modern society. You know? And by modern, I mean anything that happened after like the year 1200.
I've got the entire Marvel run of Red Sonja.
Nice. Very cool.
All of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, those stories were.
Yeah, I know. It's weird loving a woman, right? Yeah.
I know, man. I don't know what you're getting off on. I mean, there's not even down there. I don't know. She does have
before hose, right?
Flat thighs. Those thighs are amazing.
You know, my favorite bit of Red Sonja is the fact that she won't bang anybody who can't beat the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And they have to prove it.
Yeah. Beat me, and then you can beat me.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel it's warranted to say based.
Yeah.
Based as fuck.
Long story short, there are only like 2 men in her lore ever that got that opportunity, and one of them is Conan the Cimmerian.
Yeah.
Because nobody beats Conan. Nobody puts Conan in a corner.
Little gay dude. Now I'm just imagining Sam holding him up.
I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't know why I got my Patrick Swayze movies mixed up, but I was more picturing like he was like trying to make something on a pottery wheel, and I was just sort of guiding his hands.
That's not less gay. Not less gay.
Hey, and you know what? AI will make all of this possible soon.
Oh, it's possible now. It's been possible for a while. It's just getting worse.
So
your tentacles are gonna sensuously cover his body, and
the issue is your homie can now tell you some bullshit story about his girlfriend in Canada and his other girlfriend in Jamaica, and then produce AI that convinces you it's true, even though he's lying through his teeth.
Yeah.
It's
some old bullshit.
I've seen some weird shit coming out with AI lately, and some of it's good. You remember it was just like last year, we could always tell because they had too many fucking elbows.
Yeah, or fingers.
Yeah.
The fingers with the telltale. Now, nope.
Now it's getting pretty hard to tell. I mean, texture will give it away a lot of the times, but they're getting real good at replicating like the translucency of human skin too.
Did I show y'all the bean grease AI video?
I don't think so.
All right. If we need it.
Shit, we're on the topic now. Why not?
Because I've already got my work story from working in a restaurant. It ain't even me. I didn't tell the story.
Is this what's backstage here?
Yeah, somebody else told this story and animated the damn thing, and I can verify every single statement here. Like, this guy lived my life while I was working in a restaurant, or all restaurants are like this. Take your pick.
Yeah.
So to cover it, this is let's close all that crap out. Offending everybody is the name of the channel, which is always great. This is types of people in restaurants, and I was utterly flummoxed when we got through like the first 3 minutes of it, and or the first minute and a half of it, and I was like, holy shit, this guy's writing my story. It's great.
Business is filled with horrible people. So here are 8 degenerates I used to work with back at IHOP. One coworker was a pillhead named Christine. Christine was an overall great worker when she wasn't high. Unfortunately, would pop pills like they were Tic Tacs. One time she...
Facts.
This is pretty sure I banged that chick.
Right? Was it behind the trash cans? She loves it behind the trash cans. What's up, Ben T? Welcome in.
Oh, yeah.
This was fairly short, sweet. You'll like it.
came in so blasted that she sat in the child's high chair and got stuck. To make the problem worse, it's a busy Sunday morning and everyone in the restaurant is like, what is that crackhead doing?
But here's my question. How many people have been in an IHOP when someone got stuck in an adult got stuck in the child chair?
I have gotten stuck in a child chairs.
All right.
The
I'm
fuck?
done with that conversation.
I worked in a retail job once in a clothing store, and we hired this young girl, right? And she was, I'm assuming, not entirely there. Because I was walking around the shop, cleaning the place, tidying it up, doing all the usual shit, you know. Nice, simple job. She was sat on the middle of the floor, just staring into space. She wasn't even on anything. And I said, what are you doing? She was like, oh, I needed to sit down, so I sat down. I'm like, okay, well, fair enough. But you do have to actually work, you know. And she was like, oh, there's nothing to do. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, she was fired after like 4 days. Ridiculous.
4 days.
We try to be as lenient as we can.
On the spot, bro. I mean, if she was on drugs, we could take our time getting there. If you have a reason why you're fruiting up,
yeah. I could understand that. Yeah.
But if you're stone cold sober and there's nothing wrong with you, and you just sit down on the floor in a restaurant, first of all, this is an IHOP I'm talking about. It's sticky everywhere.
A lot of syrup.
Anyway, a lot of syrup.
Worker named Sharif would sometimes bring weapons to work. He'd be in the back showing off his illegal switchblade, making jokes that if the table didn't leave him a tip, he'd leave him his tip. Now, the coworker was a Spanish chick named Sophia, who I'm pretty sure was a prostitute. She'd always...
This is so fucking accurate. It's scary.
No, I'm telling you, the first time I watched it, I actually had to stop it and think.
I was like, I know all of these people.
I know. Sophia's the one, though. Check this chick out.
Leave him his tip. Now, the coworker was a Spanish chick named Sophia, who I'm pretty sure was a prostitute. She'd always have guys come in and ask for her specifically, which was weird because she looked like a burn victim with an eating disorder. And Sophia would mysteriously keep getting expensive things. Like one day she came to work with a brand new white BMW. Like, bitch, you're getting paid $30,000 a year. How the hell are you affording that? The hostess was a banging chick named Roxanne, who was...
Everyone knows a Sophia if you work in restaurants. She used to be a stripper, right? But she'll tell you she was a dancer. Yeah. She was a dancer, right? Uh-huh. Oh, it gets better, Shade Master. I'm telling you, it gets better. This is every chick you wanted to date and your mom told you not to.
Equally was stupid. You see, Roxanne had a thing for bad boys, or basically anyone that would make poor decisions. She'd very openly give her number out to anyone with tattoos, a motorcycle, or a substance abuse problem, which was hilarious because Roxanne was married, and her husband would show up every once in a while for a surprise visit. And no matter how bad my day was, I can't tell you the joy I'd feel watching him walk up in the parking lot as Roxanne is clearly flirting with someone. My manager was
You know this chick.
Yeah.
I screwed that chick.
While her husband was walking up in the parking lot?
I didn't know. I didn't ask. It was none of my business. Look, you can hate me, but just don't hate me for being beautiful. Hate me for hitting on your wife.
Sure.
Now, Jamal. What's wrong with Jamal, folks? You work there. You tell me. He's a manager. Nothing?
Your cursor is placed right where a teardrop tattoo would be.
Yeah, it should be. It should be. Here you go.
a guy named Jamal who spent most of his life in a correctional facility and had what some people call an anger issue. Most of the time he was all smiles, but if you pushed...
Now you know, right? You know the guy I'm talking about? I work for that guy. I'll tell the story after this.
His buttons, convict Jamal would come out. One time, Jamal got so angry with a customer, he shattered a plate and threatened them with a broken piece. It was wild. We're all looking at Jamal like, what are you doing? Well, everyone except Roxanne, who couldn't be more turned on. Fortunately, the customer was like, F this, and booked it out of it. Now, Jamal's in the back with blood all over his hand, and I'm like, bro, you really got to go to the hospital. And he's like, nah, bro, I don't trust doctors.
Based. But listen, I worked with
me. That was me. I'm that guy.
I worked with a black dude, right? He'd been out of prison maybe a year. He'd gotten this job over here at a restaurant chain who shall remain nameless. And I will never forget it. Now we had these like styrofoam cups for to-go cups, and we had these like kind of weird plasticky cups that we used in house. Homeboy gets into an argument with somebody about something. I don't even know what. I'm walking through carrying some cleaning supplies to the bathroom, and I see him take the glass off the table, one of these plastic glass, smash it into a broken shard, and then pin the guy against the interior garden and speak real calm like, you're going to walk out of this place and you're going to leave us a good Yelp review. And he did. 5-star Yelp, only one we've got.
Nice.
It was a Waffle House.
You know what's funny to me is the fact that of all the American franchise like restaurants, right? Waffle House is known the world over.
It's
not for good reasons.
Yeah.
I got a joke. I tell it every now and then anytime Waffle House comes up. Do you know why Waffle House uses ice picks to flip the waffles?
No.
Because a bulletproof vest doesn't stop an ice pick.
Yeah. True story.
Oh man. Play the video.
Owners of the IHOP were a father and son. The father was a rageful, petty person who would chew out workers on a regular basis, while the son was a personable, charming fella. However, both of them were pieces of shit because they would steal money from their employees. You see, what they did was change the time you clocked in and out. Most servers didn't notice because you only get paid a few dollars an hour, but the cooks most certainly did notice, as taking away $9 a day really adds up. Unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, everyone working there was a degenerate who had no other options but to accept some greedy American giving him that corporate D. The wife of the owner was a gold digger named Casey. Casey has the IQ of a Down syndrome.
Okay. Corporate greed. Any stories?
I'm just curious about the erroneous use of the word American there. Like, why target Americans specifically for that?
Yeah, I thought that was weird too.
Yeah.
That's an eggplant.
That's not an eggplant.
Yes, that's totally an eggplant.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. It's an aubergine.
Once more, we run across the dialect differences.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the worst I ever had to deal with. I had a guy, and I was working mad overtime. I put in like 60, 70 hours a week for like 4 or 5 weeks straight. The first check was fine. The second check was okay. When the third check came around, he calls me into the office and tries to give me a week off and pay me for that week out of my overtime. And I was like, well, am I going to get the overtime pay or are you going to give me straight pay? He's like, well, it's straight pay, but you get a week off. And I was like, dude, both fingers. No, you're going to pay me my money, bro. I don't know what kind of crack you've been smoking and why you ain't been sharing it with me, but we got to get this straight.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into like super specific stuff because people who actually know where I actually work do occasionally watch this channel. So I'm not, but, so y'all know I work for local government. Well, a while back we had a promotional item that, we had commissioned from an out-of-state artist to make to sell to the populace or whatever. And they made 6,000 of these things. This was 2 years ago. We're still sitting on a couple of pallets of about 5,400 of them. And they did it at taxpayer expense. And what's worse is that everybody who worked for this government body was quote unquote gifted one, right? That we still got taxed for. So I got taxed for that shit twice. Yeah. And I didn't want it in the fucking first place.
Right?
The owner was a gold digger named Casey.
This corporate, nonsense is not just like in the private sector. I'm just saying.
Convenient place to pause that, Sam. Well, not Sam Squatch, but
cartoon titties.
Yep. Oh yeah, no. Casey is a real person. I promise. This is not a made-up circumstance. Swear to God.
American giving him that corporate D. The wife of the owner was a gold digger named Casey. Casey has the IQ of a Down syndrome kid who huffs paint. The fact that she could hold a conversation without biting her own tongue always amazed me. The owner would buy Casey expensive things that he'd bring up whenever he got angry. Like the owner paid for Casey to get a boob job and one day just yelled at her in the middle of the restaurant saying, "I paid for those tits, so roll some goddamn silverware!" Casey drove a Mercedes and it still baffles me to this day. Every day her
Nice.
That's where he goes with. So I paid for those tits. Roll some silverware.
It's too accurate. It's too accurate, man. I had to quit that job. I had to get out of there before I became one of those people.
God damn.
Well, I mean, how many of us has worked in this type of service industry? Like
That might be the best line I've heard in fucking ages.
Yeah. You want to hear it again?
Yes, I do.
restaurant saying, "I paid for those tits, so roll some goddamn silverware." Casey drove him to
It's so funny. I need to see a movie with that line in it. That's gotta happen.
We can put it in Meth Gator. Oh, well, okay.
And the fact that someone gave her a license still baffles me to this day. Every day her car would have some new dent or scratch on it. Like, damn, bitch, please don't drive near any middle schools.
Hold on, I want to point this out. Look at the car, the damage that happens to the car. It looks like wild animals have gotten at it.
Every day her car would have some new dent or scratch on it. Like
Wolverine was on the hood.
Right. Fun fact, if you hit an actual Wolverine, you'll end up with the same result.
Yeah.
Damn, bitch, please don't drive near any middle schools. The combos, or busboys, were all illegal Mexicans who were the only good workers there. Well, all of them except one guy named Pedro. Fingers. Whenever a customer would leave something at a table, Pedro would snatch that shit like it was the last piece of pizza. Like one dude left his wallet on the seat, and I could see it from a distance. He was stupid busy.
I mean, in my case, the dude's name is Tony. But yeah. You're not wrong. This is totally accurate.
Fucking hell.
Oh, fuck. I feel like George Floyd over here.
Finally got around to the table. Surprise, surprise, the wallet was missing. And the customer comes back in asking me if I saw it. Now, what am I supposed to do here? Narc on one of my coworkers who could be deported for this and have pure vengeance in his eyes for the gringo that sent him back to the motherland? Or just say, I don't know. So, of course, I went with the latter, but the customer was adamant that I stole it. To recap, I'm getting paid poverty wages while getting yelled at by a guy as Pedro is in the back squinting at me cleaning knives. The only time Pedro came in clutch was one time I had a table of young guys that were all around 17 years old, which basically just means there's no chance of me getting a tip. So they harass me again and again for refills, appetizers.
Hold on, let this finish. This bit's great.
There's napkins, all while we're super busy. When they leave, of course, there's no tip, but one of them accidentally left their cell phone. So I bring it to the back and I'm like, Pedro, Cinco Dolores? He hands me $5 and I'm like, well. Looks like I got my tip after all. The kid comes back in.
All right, go ahead.
This whole thing reminds me of, like, did you ever watch U.S. history oversimplified? Right?
Yeah,
this is that same kind of shit, but applied to like real life.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, some of the stuff that they talk about in that is very, very accurate, and some of it's very not. So, like, take it with a grain of salt. But the animation style and the way the story is being told is very similar. I love that about this. It's very entertaining, as you can tell, because I'm George Floyd myself over here with the I can't breathe.
Because you can't breathe.
Thank you for explaining the joke. It was definitely
that was for the people without an interior monologue. I'm glad to help.
Interesting, because I don't have one, but I knew the joke before you explained it.
It might have been more for like the fact that I sometimes can't stop myself from explaining things. just comes out of my mouth like verbal diarrhea. It's a whole problem. I'm working on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not working very hard on it, as you guys can tell. 152 episodes later.
Yep. It's why there's 152 episodes.
All right, that's pretty much done. That was all there was to that for the most part. Unless you want to finish the last 3 seconds.
I mean, if there's like any yucks to be had, yeah, I kind of do now.
20 minutes later, asking me if I saw a cell phone. And I'm like, no. Aside from the exact money for the meal, I didn't see anything else on the table. And the kid's looking at me like, damn, that fucked up. So those are all the degenerates I used to work with back at IHOP.
That's accurate. That's accurate. You know, it's not just IHOP though, really. Let's be real. That's retail and customer service across the fucking board and food service and all that shit.
Yeah, that's just generic degeneracy, isn't it?
I mean, you know, Terry Pratchett used to say that there are only 5 personalities in the whole world, which is why it seems like you keep meeting the same people over and over again, even though they're not. Right.
Yeah.
This only reinforces that argument.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Although with the advent of new and exciting drugs, I think maybe we've had a couple of personality breaks that have been added to that list. Not full personalities, but
no, just broken ones.
You got the Xanax zombie, you know that guy?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Did you just finish?
I think he broke his back.
I think he finished at least twice then. Yeah. Well, it's like when you see these. Yeah, it's like when you see these Fent zombies. It's so weird and bizarre to me to see people just like curled over and still stood up. And they're totally out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so surreal to me.
I'm actually a believer in undeath, but not in the traditional Hollywood sense of it, right? Or even the, scary story sense of it. But I do think there's such a thing as soul death. And I think that there are a lot of people walking around who are dead inside, quite literally dead inside, right? Now, maybe not biologically, but whatever animus that drives a person forward, it simply is not there. And you can tell by the way they move and they interact very, very basically. They don't, there's nothing, there's no light behind their eyes. They're not stupid necessarily. They're just kind of not here on the same plane with the rest of us.
I don't know about that, dude. I'm actually at midnight Eastern. Every night I've been going, like Aiden Paladin has a 3-hour-long video on social media brain rot. And she is so on point about how it shortens your attention spans, increases the amount of dopamine response you need to be interested in things, it eliminates part of your happiness, it overstimulates your serotonin production. It does all the horrible things. It's like a drug. It does very similar to drug things.
Sure, but what I'm talking about isn't necessarily even a drug thing. It's like a giving up thing, like a soul just gives up kind of thing, and that predates social media by a very long time.
Sure, and I often bring this up when people start talking about progressives. There is a difference between people with a victimhood complex and people who are actual victims. Those people who have given up were probably actual victims. Sure. Something broke them. It wasn't just, woke up on a Sunday and was mildly depressed and became, despondent. Usually their son's on crack, their wife's running around with the janitor, their house isn't clean. Like it's all kinds of things. And they're just like, what, screw it.
But it's not, but it's, I guess that's why I use the term undeath, because they're not exactly living. They're not dead either. Not quite. They're just somewhere in between. They're in transition and they just don't know it yet. And these people, and yeah, some of it you could chalk up to various forms of traumatic experience, drug abuse, physical abuse. Like these things will do it to people. Like you see that kind of look in the eyes of some of the guys who came back from World War II with the shell shock, right? Yeah, there were similar things there as well. Like you all have seen that image of the I want to say the Polish man who went into Dachau and then came out like 4 years later, and he was just this emaciated dude who had eyes that were clearly staring at something that was not here with the rest of us. Just like these piercing eyes, but they weren't piercing us. They were. It's like he was seeing.
The reference is the 1,000-yard stare, except that's typically soldiers that in combat who have seen combat and seen horrible things. That man had seen so many horrible things he could not unsee them.
Right.
That's like 1,000-mile stare.
Yeah. Now, in his case, he did recover somewhat. I think he went on to do a bunch of things with like art galleries and that sort of thing later on in life. And all that. But yeah, that moment, like, and I'm not saying you can't come back from this sort of thing. I'm just saying that there are people out there who are wandering around who may as well be dead because there's nothing going on behind the eyes because they've just given up, one way or the other. Well, like whatever the root cause was, I think is kind of, it's only relevant to the specific circumstance and potential healing for that specific individual. In context of the larger whole, it doesn't really matter, I would wager that a fair number of people in, for example, a country like Haiti have that affliction. Plus, by the way, Haiti's also famous for actual zombies.
For real.
Yeah.
Like, really real. Yeah. What blows my mind about that is some of those zombies have been affected in some way, and some of them just believe they were hexed so much that they walk around like zombies.
Yeah. Headology 101.
Headology 101. Yes, sir.
Yep. But,
and throughout South America, there's a drug called scopolamine.
Yep.
That is also known as the devil's breath.
Scopolamine
that is used by cartel. Yeah, by cartels to make people do shit because it makes them highly suggestible and makes them spaced out as hell.
If I remember right, like I think it was discovered in South America, but it's prevalent throughout the Caribbean. And it's one of the main active ingredients in what they call zombie dust.
Yeah.
Right. It was just how you make zombie chemically, right? The specific combination of herbs and spices and what have yous, I'm not privy to because I don't practice voodoo. And honestly, I don't really want to get any closer to that than I already have. But what it does is it can convince people that you're dead, right? First of all, like it'll knock you out into this kind of state of suspended being, I guess, that so closely resembles death that most people can't tell the difference, right? And in that state, you become highly, like to an insane degree, susceptible to suggestion, right? Which is why a lot of times, like Sasquatch is saying, these people believe that they're zombies. And so they become them. Like if you put somebody into that state, you don't have to keep dosing them. You just have to convince them while they're in that state. It's like extreme hypnosis.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's a very real practice. Now, these are actual zombies. These are not like Hollywood zombies. The whole Hollywood zombie thing didn't become, like, that word didn't become associated with the living, the actual, like, crawled out of their graves, face rotting off, eating human flesh, like undead, until George Romero with Night of the Living Dead in 1968. Even the first movie that had the word zombie in it was called White Zombie. It had nothing to do with the undead, right? So that was more or less a Hollywood invention. The idea of those types of creatures is not a Hollywood invention, but associating it with the word zombie is.
I mean, there is one really famous zombie.
Was it the kid
Rob.
that Dahmer went at with the drill?
No, his name is Rob.
No, much older than that. But yeah, I can't say that either. Damn it.
I think I know who you're talking about. Moving on.
Leave us hanging. Unless it'll send you to
Let's
jail.
just say he's got a famous Mexican name.
Oh, I was just going to say Jesus.
Jesus.
Well, I didn't say that, but that's a
I
good
did.
suggestion, Gal.
He's Robert Paulson.
I like that. Yeah. His name was Robert Paulson.
This is where I will draw the distinction because, you know, having been a scholar of
I knew you
horror
would.
media and also pagan rituals and rites and history and terminology, there are different forms of undead.
Yep.
Right. Jesus is closer to a revenant without all of the fucking necessary revenge shit than he is a zombie. He's also, I would argue, because of the whole fucking drink my fucking blood, you'll have eternal life thing, much more like a vampire.
This is what I want.
Speaking of vampires.
Fuck him in. Chat, say hello to Shadow of Hawk.
Shadow.
Howdy.
As we call him, Egg.
He got a haircut.
As you call me. Yes, I did. I did get a haircut. Also, for some reason, the lighting isn't abysmal in my room. I haven't done anything, so might as well, out of vanity's purposes, turn the camera on. And I don't know.
Shot, bro. Damn.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's metal or blasphemous that you described Christ as a vampire, but I'm both for it and against it simultaneously.
Yeah, it's both. Yeah,
I have long maintained that things that are dead should stay dead. It is wholly unnatural. And if I had been present, I'd have cut his goddamn head off when it came out of that tomb. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the only way to be sure, right?
No, you'd nuke it from orbit. That is the only way to be sure.
In like what fucking year was it? Like 34 AD? Or no, there's no nuking. We don't have nukes.
I raise you Sodom and Gomorrah. Tell me that wasn't an orbital strike.
Like I have access to that kind of thing? No, I had access to sharp objects.
You could have asked God to orbital strike.
Yeah, he was going to definitely fucking side with me on that one.
Well, if you ask, Graham Hancock, I'm sure he could give you an interesting answer.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I think if we're going to classify Jesus as undead, though, which you could technically, because he did die and then he got back up.
He died and then he didn't. So yeah,
he got back up. Yeah,
he undied.
Yeah.
What does dead man ever die?
I think that vampire's probably a better, and I'm talking like strictly, later terminology versions of vampire, like the things that Poe and Stoker and Byron helped create, which became the modern kind of idea of the vampire. Like you go back far enough, even the European vampires weren't that fucking sophisticated. They were corpses inhabited by demons with an insatiable lust for human blood, but they weren't smart. They were like feral dogs.
30 Days a Night.
Yeah,
a little less evolved than those. Yeah,
but that's the movie reference at the very least. Well, or would I Am Legend be a better example?
I mean, kind of. I don't know. They're not like. In either case, they're not really rotting corpses. These would be rotting corpses.
Right. Well, I mean, in the level of intellect available, I don't think there's any proper examples of like
there isn't
accurate.
There isn't kind of intellect is sort of a secondary consideration, right? They're operating on instinct, right? That's why the whole thing about you could spill a bag of seeds on your front step and they would be compelled to sit there and count and sort the seeds until the fucking sun came up, which would kill them, right? They'd have to do that because they were operating on instinct, because they were compelled to do so, not because they wanted to or because they thought this through. Because if they were intellectual in any capacity, they'd be like, hey, wait a minute, this is a trap.
That's just autism and OCD. What's wrong with that?
It sounds like that, but it's really a compulsion impelled by the fact that they are actually spirits or demons from other planes, much like Sam, who are beholden to rules that we don't understand.
Yeah. Jeff Etheridge. Yes. Actually.
That's my boy.
Yeah. Pretty close to what I'm describing here. Yeah. But just the old world lore is and it depends on where you go, right? There's always some kind of blood sucking thing in some culture or other. The Lamia in ancient Greece, for example, which were snake women, but also fed on the blood of like babies.
Yeah. Or the aswang from the Filipinos.
Right. Or I forget what the word for it is, but there's a Russian vampire from their folklore that has blue skin, a single nostril, and smells so bad you can tell they're coming from a literal mile away.
You can avoid them before they appear because when you smell them, you just turn and go inside and cross the threshold and you're good.
Why do you think I don't leave my house?
Because you're a hermit.
They're also insanely stupid, right? And they suck blood from the bottoms of the feet, not the neck, right? Like is generally assumed. And it has to be the feet for them for some reason. They're like the Quentin Tarantinos of the vampire world. And so the way to avoid that is never go camping alone. Always bring a buddy. And when you go to sleep, you snuggle up next to each other real good, head to toe, so that when they lift up one side of the blanket, there's a head. Okay, we can't drink from this side, so we go to the other side. Oh, there's another head. What the fuck? And then they just
Brokeback Mountain.
There's no feet.
Do Brokeback Mountain every time you go camping.
Yeah, whether or not you're spooning is entirely up to you. That's totally optional.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like 6ix9ing though is required.
I mean, yeah, kind of a little bit. I mean, you can go butt to butt, you can go dick to dick, you can go dick to butt. Like it doesn't really matter how you line it up, so long as the feet are not showing and only the heads are.
Dick and butt, mouth to mouth, we're all good.
Yeah. If you put it, if there's a dick in the mouth, somebody's feet are going to be showing and someone's going to die. So that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, point is vampires are not traditionally super intelligent creatures.
No. Yeah, but the gay as fuck, bro.
They do seem to be, especially when they twinkle in the sunlight.
Yeah, thanks so much for that, Stephanie Meyer.
The whole fucking series is broken.
She's a hat. Look, people blame people. I will say this: Stephanie Meyer is not 100% to blame for the gay ass representations of vampires in modern fiction. Right? Teenage girls are. First of all, secondly, she was only working off what Anne Rice had done before her, which was also, let's be honest, Lestat is kind of gay as fuck. Right?
Who the fuck is Anne Rice?
Dude, Louis
was out.
Extremely gay. Armand, unbelievably gay. He was literally Roman.
You don't know who Anne Rice is?
I know the name. I don't.
Interview with the Vampire. She wrote it.
Oh.
The Lasher
series. She's a wildly prolific writer.
Wildly prolific.
I didn't read her stuff.
She started publishing her shit in the 70s, and she was sort of kind of the beginning of the dark urban fantasy shit involving like the undead. That was sort of her. But she did not, again, I'm not putting all the blame on Anne Rice. I would go so far as to go back to guys like Bram Stoker, who wrote Dracula, because Dracula, whilst purely a monster, is a wildly different take than the traditional vision of these things.
Yeah.
Right. He's very suave. He's dapper. He's well dressed. He smells nice-ish for a dead guy. He's immensely intelligent, right, and immensely charismatic, right. This was not a thing prior to Bram Stoker, except maybe in the poem Lenore by Edgar Allan Poe or Varney the Vampire. And even Varney the Vampire was still kind of a fuck up. And it was also like 200 years before Stoker wrote his thing. Anyway, but it really began there in the Victorian era, where they used euphemisms for really ugly things, like the whole fangs in the neck thing, right? And all of that wasn't really about the undead. That was a metaphor for rape.
You're a metaphor for.
Stop it. Get some
help. Is, ironically, hentai surprise.
There was silence. I was making it less silent.
Michael Jordan gif.
It's kind of surprised nobody jumped in on that right away. I was like, oh god, this is just gonna hang there. And,
I want you to back up and give that spiel one more time, but in the voice of Jordan Peterson.
Awesome.
AKA Kermit the Frog. Let's go.
Jordan the Frog. Well, back in the day, Jordan Peterson He's not here. Obviously, I just got the names mixed up in my head, which is not a good thing to do. I like to be very precise with my words. So Bram Stoker wrote the neck thing, the whole neck thing with the piercing and the fangs, as a metaphor for rape, because in the Victorian era, it was actually illegal to put certain things to print, at least in a blatant way. So you had to find creative, metaphorical uses in order to get your point across.
All right, you gotta stop, bro.
Shadow is fucking dying right now.
I could be watching Django with the patriarchal authority right now. We just got done watching True Romance, which was a fucking great Tarantino film, and I came here instead to hang out with my friends. And I'm hearing about Christ being a vampire and Kermit the Frog explaining how biting on the neck is rape. This is better than that, folks.
Yeah.
And that's how you
I
learn.
took my headphone out.
I don't know. Is that voice getting worse or better? Because I just kind of did that on the fly.
It's pretty good. It's probably better than my Jason Statham anyway. So
yeah. Well, your Jason Statham is just you having cunt into your microphone over and over again.
Well,
It's the
that's
funniest thing.
Jason Statham.
That when I was doing voice work with Scully, the guy who pops up in chat over here sometimes, when he asked for an evil character, I did a voice just off the cuff and did it through the whole thing. And it took me a week to realize that I was doing a very bad imitation of Jason Statham. I stumbled across a movie and heard him talking and went, that's who it is.
Who's Jason Statham?
Yo, mama.
Holy shit.
We have established many times, on many occasions, on many panels, many streams, I'm an uncultured animal, primarily due to my chronology. Who's Jason Statham?
He's an actor.
All right, kid.
Kind of. Yeah,
I'm Jason Statham. I'm from fucking London. You can't.
If you
can't fuck off.
You should do it.
The Transporter 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Crank 1 and 2.
I fucking transport shit. I'm cranked as fuck, bro. Fuck off.
None of these words mean anything to me, so I'm just going to Google Jason Statham.
Came out like 2 years ago.
Fucking Snatch.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is he okay, no, now I think I know who he is now from movie trailers.
That's right, you fucking cunt.
Yeah, he was in the Meg.
Off.
He was in the Meg.
Oh,
yeah, I was in the Meg.
That was,
and I smacked that fucking Meg right in his cunt. Now fuck off.
Why would you watch the worst movie he's in? Is there a worse?
That is literally the worst movie he's ever been in as well.
I have seen. Oh, and Shaw from Fast and Furious. I have also not seen that. Only seen trailers.
Yeah.
Lock, Stock. Yeah, no, dude, he's fucking shit. Just Lock, Stock, 2 Smoking Barrels. Was he in Train Spotting? I don't remember if he was actually in.
I don't think it's in Train Spotting.
I don't think so.
Beekeeper is worse than the Meg.
I haven't seen it yet. It might be.
I don't remember what the name of the movie is. I think it's like Spies or something like that. It has like Melissa McCarthy in it. He's in that too.
You know, I would argue that
no.
The Working Man might be
He's a James Bond type.
I like the Meg.
I mean, that checks out.
I mean, I haven't. You know what? I can't falter on that because I like movies like that, and I haven't seen the Meg, so I don't know.
He was in motherfucking Romeo and Juliet. Holy shit.
Yeah, but Sam, you like them ironically.
No, I like them genuinely.
Oh, get out.
He genuinely likes cocaine.
Get off your own stream. God damn. Get off the internet.
When I say Velocipaster is a masterpiece, I'm dead serious.
It's
fucking hell.
No, I like bad movies. I genuinely like bad movies. I enjoy them. They're fun.
That proves it. When you say something like Velocipaster is yes, that you like bad movies. I have a good one for you. Deary Off the Wall. Go check it out. You'll love it.
I might do that.
Else will hate it.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Bambi the Reckoning.
Deary Off the Wall.
Deary Off the Wall. Yes, it's 5-star terrible and absolutely amazing. There is a full on like a what do you call them? A furry dance party in the middle of it for no explicable reason. For runtime.
Okay.
So there is a reason. It's just a bad reason.
Hold on. This has got 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
You're welcome. You know how many profiles I had to fucking make to make that happen?
Old Blindy, yes, you definitely need to check out Operation Fortune. That movie is wonderful.
He said a good movie. Snatch.
First couple of Expendable movies are pretty good.
Snatches.
And I'd say the same thing with Taken 1 and 2. 3, not so much.
2, not so much.
Not Taken. Why am I thinking Taken? Transporter.
You're thinking Transporter, and 2, not so much. I haven't seen the third one. The first one's good.
There's
right, you bastards. I pick shit up. I take it to another fucking place. Done. Transported. Fuck off. Can.
The movie's
That's
over.
all of them.
Roll credits.
Yeah. That's every fucking movie.
Right, so I can't show you the peen grease ones because every single one of them has at least a single firearm in it, and I'm not running that risk with your channel, bro.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. No.
Yeah, by the way, for those of you out there with channels, apparently there's a whole thing about showing firearms on live streams. Don't do that. You'll get hit.
Yep.
Yeah. You can neither touch them nor show people touching them. And certainly not anyone just letting off an entire magazine of AK-50s. That's completely out.
Is gaming content safe? Like if I was playing like a shooter or something, or is even that?
It won't be soon.
I don't know. Ostensibly it should be, but also should be a person who's running for Congress shooting his own firearm that he constructed in his firearm shop that he owns should also be acceptable, because you're supposed to be able to commentate on things like that. Not only is it current events news, him running for Congress, but he also just invented essentially the AK-50. So news.
That's a good question. Do mag dumps count? I'm not sure.
Not
I don't think so. Don't think so. But this is why a lot of firearms. This is why a lot of firearms and veteran channels, they've gone over to Rumble.
I would like to establish why Shadow has been put in timeout.
Okay.
I don't even know if he is aware why he was put in timeout.
Has he been put? Has he been put in timeout?
Establish it.
Has he?
I'm currently establishing it.
That's why he was put in timeout. That comment on the screen right there. That's why he was put in timeout. By her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
He's being punished.
Might see you next week.
Yeah.
Don't know. She holds grudges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Long standing.
And she has the power.
Right. Oh man.
And he's back.
You know, what's really funny to me is that he missed the whole Conan conversation earlier, and it's like his favorite subject ever. Yeah.
Look at how much he pricked up there.
Right.
Yeah. No. Dude. Okay, I gotta grab this.
Not in a gay way, but yeah.
Oh God.
Nice.
I found this.
We lost him, boys.
$3. I found this for $3 at a half price books the other day, and I was super fucking stoked. Conan and the Sorcerer, probably one of my favorite Conan books I've gotten so far. Fucking phenomenal.
Nice.
Yeah.
$3.
Yeah, half price books. They sell shit for really cheap. Of course, a lot of it's beaten to fucking hell, but it's better than having to pay $300 for a Warhammer book on eBay.
Oh yeah, of course. Holy shit, that's a bargain, dude.
Get some help.
I don't have a problem.
Well, the first step is admitting
sitting over here mainlining the Hyborian Age. I don't have a problem.
Okay, I can do it anytime I want. I just need one more Sumerian novel.
I can never hit.
I'm here having played over 1,000 hours of Conan Exiles like Cool.
I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the two of them, both of them, like, emulating what it's like to go through the DTs, and you can clearly tell which one of them actually understands it.
No, I am fucking pathetic. I've never touched anything like that.
It's not a pathetic thing, kid. That is not a bad thing. Don't fucking ever. This is one of the few times I will say that this your lack of experience in this matter is actually a very good thing. Right? Don't fuck around with them. It never fucking ends well.
Gotcha.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
I'll fuck around with this ideology instead.
Okay, let's maybe scale back on that. And if you want to play Conan Exiles with me at some point, I can.
He's going to
send you some links and
eat you, bro.
I can start using again, and we're all good.
Unfortunately, my brother and I recently picked up Mech Warriors, so that is the game that'll be dominating my life for the next 3 weeks. So I'll get back to you on that. Yeah,
tabletop or video.
Wait, this means there's no significant other. You're not planning on producing babies.
Oh no, that's like obviously not. Look at his hobbies.
This is where Sasquatch pulls off the mask, and he's been a mirror this whole time.
So there is that.
Dude, I gotta get that for AI. I gotta figure that out. Holy shit!
Totally, yeah. You could do it easily as well. Holy shit!
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
make a filter.
Sam, check private chat.
Yeah, I'm in the private chat. Thank you.
Oh.
Appreciate it. Or not. Okay, so green-haired anti-liberal had some stuff come up. She had to leave the stream here on account of personal stuff, like feeding herself.
She gone.
Anyway, so go check out her channel. Her link is in the description below. She does a thing on Wednesdays called Cooking the Books, where she reads books that most people who read a lot have read, but she never really got around to. So it gives her an excuse to read, and she reads to her chat. There's discussion streams after she finishes a book. Currently, she just finished A Study in Scarlet by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Prior to that was Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Before that was Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, et cetera, et al. So go check that out. It's actually a pretty good time. She's also on a bunch of fucking other channels, including this one. But that's what she does on her own, and her link, and as well as all of these fine gentlemen and the other, kid. Their stuff is in the description below as well. So definitely check those out. What, you haven't been here in ages, like consistently, so I got to give you shit while I can.
Yes, mostly work. Mostly work.
I don't care what your excuses are for not being here for me to make fun of you.
Like a story, like you need to eat or sleep or any of
that. It is not an excuse. It is a providing of the full information.
I have already told you how to solve this problem. Marry a rich woman and then just lay around for the rest of your life. I think Amira told you the same thing.
I don't want to be a dependent.
That's not so bad. Listen, you sit around, play video games all day, stream at night, and people send you money. It's not so bad, dude. I mean, send me money.
I pick up a job. I pick up a job at Taco Bell. I coordinate that with working at Starbucks, and I could basically do that.
Hey, are you working at the Taco Bell with Jesus? Because he needs to finish my freaking hedges.
I'm not working at a Taco Bell. I am.
He needs to finish turning all my fucking water into wine.
Don't talk yourself, kid.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, more so. I don't want to if randomly one day someone's like, "Oh, hey, this person for this company, look at what he's been doing and saying, get rid of him." I mean, probably won't happen. The middle management for the company I work for are incredibly fucking pathetic.
I mean,
so
I've got a lot of clips to send them, so we'll see. But
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I'm cooked at that point, but world's gonna burn anyway.
Rich woman.
So
yeah, no. Stop trying to live vicariously through me, Squatch. I don't want to.
I'm telling you from experience, this is the best way to handle the rest of your life.
Yeah, no, again, I'm not. You're not going to get to live vicariously through me. Not happening.
No,
I've already got
didn't.
the camera set up.
He married a rich woman. That's why he's saying what he did.
Yeah, no, I know. I recognize that's what he's saying.
Yes, exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, and no.
Oh, okay. Go be poor and like despondent for the rest of your life. I don't mind. But if you ever need money, you can go buy a Gabe Club and they'll just throw dollar bills at you.
Or hear me out. Do what Kaiser did. Just burn a country. I mean, there's some steps in between. Actually,
makes money.
Like, we're missing.
You invest stock. You invest in Raytheon, General Electric, Martin Grumman.
Let me try this again.
Right, but stripping is reliable.
No.
It's not very important.
Your rich wife will buy you all of the cheeky pulp comics and books that you want.
I can already do that. People are just throwing these things away for fucking nickels on the dirt.
You cannot afford all of that stupid pulp you want to read. You know good and well it would impoverish a small nation.
There's a lot of pulp out there. Yeah.
There's a lot of pulp. Some of it's really good, and you could read it all. You'd have time. She'd be it's drizzle.
Yeah, all you got to do is put a baby in her once in a while, right? Which you're supposed to be doing anyway. You're under orders.
Gotta bust those nuts, son. Yeah.
What? It's not like you'd just be whoring yourself. You wouldn't be like a kept boy or anything like that. You'd have a ring on her finger.
I'm kept. I'm a well-kept pet, and I fucking know it. I appreciate it. I thank you, Wife Squatch. She took my name.
Nice.
That's how you know it's legit.
I'm not joking. She is on YouTube as Wife Squatch Gaming. No one knows.
Well, now we all do.
Yeah, but no one will find her.
All right. Yeah. No, that's. I think this is probably a good place to wrap it up because otherwise we're just going to berate the kid into impotence.
You say that like that won't generate you a lot of fucking money in YouTube Shorts.
I don't actually make that much money off of any of this stuff, and YouTube Shorts don't. Even if you get a short that hits for like 1 million views or whatever, that's still a fraction of what a long form video would make because because the CPM is actually lowered for shorts than it is for any other kind of content.
When I was making shorts, you had to get 12 million views on shorts before you could monetize.
Now it's 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's 10. They lowered it by 2 million because they're so generous.
Like that matters. I mean, that's one video probably.
When you're up in the double digit millions, like those are inconsequential numbers.
Well, what messed me up? Look, dude. When I first started my channel, shorts were counted just like view time. And the week that I got enough view time to monetize,
yep, they neutered it.
They had, I think the limit was I think you needed like 200,000 views on shorts before you could do like the first stage of monetization. This is real early in the shorts game. Bam. As soon as I hit that, it got moved up to 4,000 hours and up to like 10 million or 12 million views. And it was literally the day after I hit it. I was over here doing my double. The Cosmic Jester laughs.
I didn't even start doing them until they changed the requirements to include shorts views for monetization. Like before that, when they first implemented the shorts, they weren't a requirement. Right. Like those numbers. So, and I didn't get into that game until like Sasquatch here actually badgered me into fucking doing it in the first place.
I hid in the bushes and yelled at him every morning when he got up.
And what happened? What was my first short was saying this is fucking retarded, and it got 1,000 fucking views.
I told you, man. It don't matter what you say, just say it with vehemence.
But
ever since you've had banger after banger after banger after banger.
Yeah, there have been a few ads in there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's weird how it works too, because people who watch that stuff, who watch those shorts, they tend to only watch the shorts, right? So they'll watch the shorts and then they don't come in for the live content, which only helps the shorts views, which is not really super helpful for getting your name out there, honestly, if they're not coming to watch the rest of the content. If they're not watching the shorts, but they're watching a live form, a lot of or the long form, they're generally not watching the shorts as well. Like I got a few diehards who watch everything I fucking put out, and you guys are awesome. But
I try.
Generally, there's a gap between like what kind of viewers you have, and also because I don't pin myself down to niche content, right? Like this show is different from Abyssal Musings, which is different from the game streams, right?
Yeah.
So I have different audiences for a lot of that stuff.
So one thing I noticed in doing shorts, and I've got like almost 2 million shorts views, if not more. Your shorts viewers never show up to live streams. They are just a different part of YouTube that never does long form content. Sometimes you can get people who come to live streams to watch a video that's long form, but they won't touch a short. Right. That's where I made the error in building my channel. Is I got a whole shitload of shorts subscribers, and I've got maybe 250 live stream viewers, and only 10 or 12 of them are available on any particular production. So
well, and that's the other thing, is like the higher up your subscriber numbers goes, there's always, like, you can look at any channel, no matter how many subscribers they got, the percentage of subscribers versus people who actually watch, right, is the same across the board. It's like fucking anywhere between 12 and 15% of your subscriber base will actually consistently watch your shit while you're live. And that's it. Doesn't matter how big or small the channel is, that percentage seems to be a constant, right?
Oh,
I know channels that have go ahead, Shadow.
I was just going to say, even when it comes to views, I've seen a lot of stats where sometimes, like, you may have a ton, at least on the smaller level, you'll have like 1,000 subscribers, but even then you'll probably be lucky if one of your videos gets up to like a couple hundred, just because you'll get those like random spurts where people find your channel and then they just, like, you're never recommended again. I had that happen a couple weeks back where,
I've seen channels that are like 60 to, maybe even 200,000 subscribers. But the amount of people who actually tune in for their live content, incredibly small.
Well, even if you factor in everybody who watches after the fact, or each random viewer that comes by and all that stuff, it's still only a percentage, right? Like, take Amira's original channel. She had just shy of 40,000 subscribers for a long time. I mean, she was kept there by fucking YouTube. They kept taking 200 subscribers every time she got close to 40K. But she was constantly at that 39,000 subscriber kind of range, right? Even her top viewed live streams after, because her numbers would go up, way up after the live stream ended. During the course of the live stream, she'd maybe see anywhere between 100 and 250 live viewers at any given time. And then after the live stream was over, a day later, that number would have spiked to, 4,000 or 5,000, right? But that's still just a percentage of total subscribers.
Right.
Yeah.
And this means that YouTube is only sending out a certain number of notifications when you go live, and maybe a few more after you go live. And if you limit your live streaming time, which is something they do not like, they want you to stream for 8 to 12 freaking hours on whatever the hell you're going to stream on. That's what they want. They want you to put in a full work day streaming, right? And if you don't do that, then you get docked. And the way they do it is limiting your notifications. Like, people that show up in my live streams, typically they didn't get a notification. They just went to my channel randomly at midnight and was like, hey, guess who's live? And then maybe they told someone else, and I'll end up with 20, 25 people in chat.
Yeah. And as I so the solo streams that I do and the game streams that I do tend to be at like whatever fucking time I can do them. Right. So I don't schedule those, but this show and Abyssal Musings are scheduled regularly, same times every week. So people know where to go for these shows every week, no matter what. Right. Unless they get canceled for whatever reason, but we're scheduled.
I did that for 5 years. 5 years, every Thursday, every Saturday. I actually replaced this show, one of my shows, with this show, right? So, like, for ever since I've had a YouTube channel on Saturday, somewhere between 6 and 10, you can find me live on my channel or here, right? And it's been that way forever. Those people haven't been the ones showing up to this show. For whatever reason, the people that would show up on Thursdays or rather Saturdays don't come to this for whatever reason. I don't get it.
Right. And it's just I don't know. I think it markets certain things. Even if you're subscribed to a channel, right, it's going to show you the notifications from the channels that you're subscribed to that it thinks you are most likely to watch anyway, right? So if you're subscribed to 100 channels, you're only still going to see the same recommendations for the same like 5 to 10 channels constantly in your feed. You're not going to see every channel that you run across. So yeah, which is it's kind of stupid that way, but at the same time, I kind of get not being overwhelmed with fucking notifications at the same time. But they don't notify people when they're supposed to either. You know, like when I set for please notify me the thing, it doesn't.
So one of the things, and this is in the old terms of service, in one of the service updates, this language was removed, but it still applies, right? They notify a percentage of your viewers, supposedly, right? But they can choose what percentage to notify. And I think they choose to notify people that either don't get notifications or don't watch your content. I think they can choose that somehow through the AI.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of a crapshoot. That's why I don't pay much attention to a lot of the people who go around saying, well, you've got to do these things to be successful, because either they mean kissing the fucking AI's ass, which I'm not going to do, or everything they're talking about is purely luck. Luck of the draw, luck of the algorithm, luck of the, there are certain things you can do that will drive you down in the algorithm, but to drive you up, it seems to be that just like you just got to hit that right fucking moment where enough people see it that it blows up, and that is completely out of your control.
It is.
Like on a personal experience, my brother and I decided to just do a stream that was basically just us having just conversations about random shit. The first one was going to be on Warhammer content. We got 1.1k views. We had 80 concurrent viewers on a channel that is lucky to get a person in the chat, and it's usually one of the guys that I am DMing regularly during the week. And then and then just we try to stream again. No one shows up to that, even though I advertised it, and then life got in the way. We weren't able to continue with it.
I'll tell you.
But then going on the example of people giving the advice or showing you how to do it, I've noticed you have a lot of people on YouTube, people that I know on a personal level or as personal as you can get, with the magic box being the means of contact, and then people I've looked at trying to be the next big name. They're trying to catch lightning in a bottle in the same way that Mr. Beast or PewDiePie or even smaller but still big names like Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers are trying to do. And the thing is, it's lightning striking a bottle. You can't replicate even if you do what they did 1-to-1, everyone is doing that now. The algorithm's going to see 1,000 people doing what has been done already. You kind of just need to ride with the chaos and pray that you surface or something.
Right.
Or a more eloquent way to phrase that.
So and to kind of go along with what you're talking about here, like what Aaron Laura's saying is one stream she watches regularly has 160,000 subs and they average about 300 watches a stream. That's actually pretty average these days, even for big channels. They're not showing a lot of these to viewers in the first place, and viewers aren't showing up when they are. So Larry is y'all know Lawrence Knight. He does the Abyssal Musing streams with me, and sometimes he's on this channel. He also works for Mary. He does a lot of work for a couple of different channels, including this one. And he periodically will come to me and he'll be like, man, we're not seeing these awesome numbers. We're not doing these awesome, it's just not looking great and all that. And I have to kind of show him that percentage wise per capita, we're actually doing really fucking well. We have less than 350 total subscribers on this channel, less than, right? And we're still averaging, between, 15 and 30 live viewers per stream, and there are streamers that I know personally who have 12 to 15,000 subscribers who are having less live viewers than I do. Right.
Yeah.
We're doing fine, and our total number, like, it's fall into more or less the percentages we discussed earlier too. So it's,
and on the other hand, there's people out there like Dusty who have less than 1,000 subscribers and pull in 150 people every time they stream.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, and there's always exceptions, and there's always like weirdness that abounds. And you honestly, it's almost impossible to predict which channels are going to do.
I would say it is impossible. I mean, part of my YouTube career has been involved in trying to pick channels that are going to blow up through the personalities that are presenting them. And the reason I work with the Powdered Dusty is because his numbers are so wonky. They're so out of sorts. He has more live viewers and subscribers than anybody I know. And he's only got like 2,000 subscribers or something like that.
No. So, and I suppose it also, like, for some people, it's going to be like the topics or the niches or whatever, right? Niche topics tend to be marketed more widely to people whose algorithms reflect that they're interested in those niches. I'm very, very, very bad at sticking to one subject. And I don't want to anyway, because I think that's boring. So we're you know, so that's probably, I think, part of the reason that we don't get pushed as much. But also, you know, it's just, we got people that come and people that go. There are a few people who have been with us since the very fucking beginning. We've got a few new people who've been around for a little while. There's people that I miss seeing in chat that I haven't seen in a fucking year or more, you know. And all that, but it's just kind of the nature of the beast. Like, Shadow, you're absolutely right when you say you just got to ride the wave and hope for the best.
Survive. And there's another layer to that. And yet again, spent the past 5-6 years doing this kind of stuff. You can sit down and do everything flawlessly, work your ass off, and spend hours and hours and hours generating a particular piece of content, and 6 people will watch it. And you can turn around and film a dog pooping in the yard and get 30,000 views.
Yep. I mean, take the Renaissance Nerd, for example. My buddy Adam has been trying to cross the 4,000 subscriber threshold for 2 years. He finally managed to do it. Right. But he's done everything right. Like, you may not like his attitude or his personality or his content or whatever. That's subjective. Right. But as per the requirements to blow up, like, to what has been explained to him, like how he understands how you get pushed in the algorithm, how you know, he follows the TOS. He puts out the specific required number of uploads, no more, no less, each day. Right. Streams constantly, he makes videos constantly. He's gotten into making the shorts because fucking YouTube thinks it's goddamn new age TikTok. You know, he does everything he's supposed to do, and it has taken him 2 fucking years after a period of stagnation to get to a point where he believes that he can start, like, really making some headway. And it's fucking depressing that happens, because there are other channels that started at the same time or after him who have hardly done a goddamn thing, and they've just shot right past him.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not competing with these guys. I'm not competing with anybody. That's kind of what I'm just here doing my thing and all that stuff. But when you are in a competition, when you are trying to compete for airtime and viewerships and all that stuff, I can't imagine how fucking frustrating that is.
Well, you know, I can tell you this much. When I started dealing with the panelverse in general, I came into the space with a rough understanding on how it worked. What I did not understand is that there's a there's a limited number of eyes involved in wanting to see certain people crash out. And the trick is to attract people that want to see you crash out without actually crashing out. And that seems to be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First, you have to care.
Oh, yeah. Right. That's the hardest part.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. That's a big part of it now. And, like, I don't know. I mean, I think I probably have a little bit of street cred now, with as far as these YouTube streets go, on account of I've been kicked off of the platform at least once.
Lamau?
So, not permanently, thankfully, but yeah, like, you know, I've done some stuff, and there's some history there and all that. But if you guys are in the YouTube game, if you're in the content creation game, if you're in the streamer game, if you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, you know, if you're just doing fucking like makeup tutorials or like art or like sculpting or whatever, it doesn't really matter whatever it is that you love doing out there. Diversify. Don't just stick to the one fucking platform. It's not a good idea, especially when the one platform is arbitrarily changing all of its fucking rules as they go along, which, by the way, we're about to see a major change to the rules here on YouTube in 4 days. 4 days, they're going to start letting their algorithm decide whether or not you're a child based on what you view.
Let's have a bite out of that, because I'm a bit concerned with some points that I've noticed over the past couple of months. Is it just me, or did all of the social media sites start adjusting for this new law change 6 months ago?
No, they were all prepping for it then, because they were the ones lobbying for it in the first place.
Yeah.
This ain't about protecting anybody. This is about fucking locking down what is and is not, you know, permissible.
Information.
It's now law in the UK, and they're now pushing for it to be law in the United States.
I believe it's also law now in Australia as well.
And we're all screwed.
Yeah.
It's the ploy to basically force everyone to be citizens of not of the EU. Well, the EU is the vector for it, but to be citizens of the one world government. Because if you make everyone a citizen of the internet and you govern them through the internet, it doesn't really matter if they're an American, an Australian, and a Brit, if they're having to serve at the whims of they're having to serve at the whims of the internet.
Because they can't come pick my ass up from the EU, bro. They can try.
They can.
That's the thing,
the US
right?
Can. And if the US is, part of a treaty with the EU, if the US is
if one country says to another, "We want you to do this," and the other country says no, that's it.
Yeah,
it's done. Shut the fuck up, And that is the beauty.
Up at my door, trying to take me away.
That would be fucking hilarious to see these dogshit British authorities attempt to enforce any law in the United States that we have to put up with. You can get fucked.
Yeah, that didn't go so well last time, did it?
Americans will respond the way they've always responded, with a fucking gun in your face, and you'll deserve it.
Yep.
Some of the stuff I've seen, depending on how they go about it, we probably wouldn't even notice or care. Because this is
the real danger, right? Fuck us, we're sunk, right? The United Kingdom, Europe, we may as well sink the whole fucking thing at this point. America cannot fall. At this stage is the last bastion of freedom.
It's exactly what Reagan said.
Yeah.
Exactly what Reagan said. You almost said it verbatim right there.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, a different quote then. Well, where I'm approaching with this is the point Abe made about, like, if you start doing this shit in the US, you'll get a gun put in your face. Possibly, but I had this driving thought. I was driving, doing some errands, and then I randomly thought, hey, if there was a mass shooting over at this place in the town I live in, the only way I'd really find out about it is if, like, people were telling me about, like, if, like, someone told me, hey, did you hear about what happened? It's so horrible. So I wouldn't necessarily hear about something on a smaller event unless I knew someone attached to that event. So the only way I would learn about, say, the government conducting a raid on someone in Milwaukee is if I saw that on social media or if I saw that on the news.
Well, that's kind of the point. You won't see it anymore.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
You won't see it anymore.
That's where I'm going.
The danger.
Yeah. And we've already seen they've done this. They have done this with certain levels of success and certain levels of failure in the United States, but that's mostly because they're still playing the faux game of, oh, you have freedom, you have choice, you can say what you want on Twitter until they decide to flip the switch. Not tell us they flipped the switch and use all the bots to make it seem like the switch hasn't been flipped, and then just blink, 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 blink. pick people apart, take them apart. And you don't even need the United States government. You don't even need the federal government to be involved. I've whether you love him or you hate him, Crowder did an expose. Is that the right word for this? He did a video a couple months back where he was breaking down how various. What was that?
He was wearing that, that saucy little bath towel number, right? And exposed himself. Is that what you're talking about?
No, what I'm talking about.
No, that was a different thing.
Yeah. What I'm talking about is the video he did where it was basically you had various different mayors and members of city councils and stuff like that coming together and basically explaining how they can use their powers within cities to subvert the federal government or governments in Europe, because there were also cities from Europe at this summit. And they were basically talking about how they can, as cities, use their power to coordinate and work together and circumvent the laws of the countries they're a part of. And then if you toss in corporations, some of which have ties to, I don't know, a global trade group, a World Economic Forum, if you would, and have those groups working together, you could have a federal government that is actively willing to fight this, but they might not even be in the know of what's happening. And at that point, if you control the flow of information, you control reality, or at least the perception of reality, which is almost as good as controlling reality when dealing with the lay folk. And then we're all fucked.
So let's get it down to brass tacks. The reason that all of these websites are now implementing ID systems and algorithms like the retarded one that YouTube has, it's just going to decide whether or not you're of age based on your personal watch history, which, by the way, that means if you don't want them coming after you, don't watch shit made for kids on the YouTubes. But the reason that's going through like it is, I think Sasquatch is right. These guys were preparing for it long before it ever fucking entered the minds of the people who are implementing it in law. And yes, Primal One, there is new laws. These laws are, I don't think they're quite across the board on a federal level just yet, but you're seeing it in various states with the
Georgia is one of these
websites
states.
like Pornhub and whatnot. Yes, Georgia is one of them. Kentucky's one of them. I think Tennessee is one of them. Texas, Florida, my state, Wyoming is one of them. Have implemented local laws banning certain sites without ID, without registering a government ID with these kinds of sites. And their excuse, as always, is it's for the kids. Now, to be fair, Pornhub is a monstrous entity, and they always have been. They don't fucking ID check their fucking actors. This has been a thing. This has been a problem with them. But and in this instance, even though they are saying so for entirely self-serving reasons, they're not wrong, right? In order for if a law to be enacted to sacrifice your anonymity on the internet, this is not about kids. It's never been about kids. This is what you tell people so that they will be on board with letting you chip away at their freedom, right? That's what this is about. This is about control. Look, you go back to when the message boards were the only kind of form of communication on the internet, when the internet was very new, when it was mostly in Carter Encyclopedia and Charlie Brown fucking websites, right? You're looking at it even then, the government, not just our government, governments in general, have been trying to find a way to monetize and regulate the internet, and they have been entirely unsuccessful until now because it's for the kids. Because
there's another layer.
Sign up for this shit.
There's another layer here that makes it possible. During that little hiccup in our history around 2020, a lot of people that weren't previously online at all had to get online to order food and to order stuff, and they just got used to it after that. All it's going to take is another little hiccup like that, and these laws will definitely pass if they don't pass this time. And I believe they're going to pass because the sites have already set it up. Like I said, here in Georgia, we're already basically under those laws. I woke up one morning, had been signed out of every device I owned.
Yeah.
I had to go in and manually sign back in. And this is not a saving grace. This is not a saving grace at all. I one of the only reasons I was able to get back into things like my Rumble account and whatnot is because I had already done all the verifications for banking through Google. So without that access to my different passwords to get into the different sites that I had profiles in, I would no longer be in those sites. I'd have to start new profiles and start all that because I can't prove who I am except through the online methods. That's all they'll accept.
Yeah. And I'm entirely unwilling. If I don't show my face to you guys, I'm not giving my face to these fuckers.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. I mean, they already have it because these. Oh no, you have a flip phone. I was gonna say these things have fucking cameras on the screens, but you've got a flip phone.
What do you mean? Do I have a flip phone? I had a flip phone for a lot of time. Like I've had a smartphone for 7 fucking years. Same one actually.
Then I misremembered the conversation because I remember you saying,
I had a flip phone for like 14 years before that.
Right, and then you had to get okay. Now I apologize.
I remember flip phones.
They've seen your face. They've seen your face. They know your face because there's a camera in this thing right here.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I could drive down the road.
That's irrelevant to my like voluntarily showing them my government issued ID though. Right? I'm not uploading that fucking shit deliberately saying, "Hey, this is who I am. This is proof of who I am." I'm not monetized. They don't have my banking information. You know, they don't. In fact, that's the only reason I'm not monetized over on Rumble is because I have not gone through and put all my fucking banking information in there because it's none of their goddamn business. You know, and there's a difference between them data mining that information, them spying on you through your cameras and your whatnots and so on and so forth, and
which
volunteering.
Already openly doing, but now they're going to be able to attach your real ID to your online ID and make the argument in a court of law that this device is actually you. That when this device is in a location, then you are guilty of a crime that was perpetrated at that location. After that, government black ops and stuff can just frame anybody they want. They can run roughshod whole hog over every citizen in the world.
I mean, they can already do that. Let's be real.
Yeah, but what they can't do is
when you
they could do it to the nth degree.
It sounds like you're saying, well, they could already fuck me in the ass, so I might as well bend over and grab my ankles. Fuck that noise. Fight back.
I'm not saying, hey, just give up, but I am saying, like, if the main concern is, oh, well, they're trying to get the power, they already have the fucking power. Like,
no, the main concern is not that they're trying to get the power. We already know that they have the power. They don't have the power fucking legally. That's what we need to be fighting.
I saw that egg. I saw that thought go through your head. Would you like me to explain it for you? All right.
The
legal fight is a moot point in his opinion if the black operations fight has already been lost.
I mean, basically,
well, in that case, then we need to go back to 1776 and start this bitch over again from the ground up.
Light it up.
Yeah.
Because there is no point. There's no point in continuing a civilization that is willing to trade away this amount of fucking security or this amount of freedom for a pipe dream of security. Security, by the way, security, folks, is a fucking myth. It does not exist.
You provide your own security. You cannot trust anyone else to secure you. And daddy government, least of all, they're just going to shoot your dog and take your kids.
Not if I've got a fake dog full of Tenorite at the door.
Security is nothing more than a vague promise.
Absolutely.
That can never be fulfilled.
In Minecraft. Dear God, kid, stop it.
Fake dog with Tenorite? All I said was there was a fake dog with Tenorite.
No. You're not understanding the problem that we're having here. If they'll snatch my ass down because somebody else on another channel put up a video about a gun, talking about locally boomy things is definitely off the table.
Okay. Gotcha.
Even if it's legal, they don't care.
I don't know. Maybe we should just go back to year zero.
I get it, but
I don't know. Maybe we should just go back to year zero. You know, this modern civilization thing. I think.
Yeah, fuck that. Return to monkey.
Look, I'm just saying, man.
Let's go all the way.
I think it might have been
no half measures.
Come down out of the trees in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's shit that you see it with like historical cycles. Like if you look at with what little information we know about the Bronze Age before the Bronze Age collapse, we know they had gone from a really strong, tightly knit, politically savvy, well-developed economy to a collapse with certain hints that maybe they'd gotten very decadent and unnecessarily bloodthirsty. And then you fast forward in time, then you get to other stages, whether it's the Persian Empire, whether it's whether it's the Greek freeholds, whether it's the Roman Empire, whether it's the many instances of the Chinese collapsing, whether it's the Japanese never really actually had this kind of issue happen for some fucking reason. I can't explain it, but it's just everyone. You'll always get to the point where too much prosperity and too much civilization hits.
They did, but they handled it very differently. The Japanese on the regular would just behead folks, seemingly at random, but it wasn't random.
You're also making the singular mistake of thinking that I give a fuck about any of them or the past at all. I'm talking about right now.
Or anything we've ever
understanding
discussed.
the past is fine in theory, but we're already at a point of no return. So, fuck it. It doesn't matter anymore. Romans are long dead, man. It does not matter what happened to them. What matters is what's happening right now to us as we are alive and here.
How about a correlation between that and the mouse experiment?
Mouse Utopia?
Mouse Utopia, yes.
Yeah. Beautiful mice.
Drag the entire system completely down.
Yeah.
Korea, and this is not an original thought, but South Korea is a perfect to a T example of Mouse Utopia in action.
Yes.
But so is Hollywood.
Not laws too. Yes. No, I know. I understand. that. I'm just saying if we're already past the point of fucking failing to prevent it from repeating, it doesn't matter.
Accelerationism, let's go.
It does kind of matter to an extent on whether or not you take the action.
Nothing matters at this point. Not a damn thing.
No, so there are two courses. If we haven't crossed the point, then you take the actions to try to not reach the point. And if you've crossed the point, then you take the actions to survive the inevitable churn.
Nobody's surviving the inevitable churn. Our churn has nuclear fire. They didn't have that in the past. We do.
Nukes.
Spoiler alert. Nobody survives life.
It's a 100% death sentence. Absolute fact.
Yeah. What was the name of that old movie? It's like nobody gets out of life alive. Fuck, I can't remember. I don't know. Guns N' Roses quoted it in Civil War, I think. No, good song. Anywho, yeah, it's like the AI thing is accelerated. That's the other problem, is that like you're going to be having artificial programs deciding what is and what isn't.
Yeah,
artificial everything.
I got a question. I asked this maybe a year ago, and I'm wondering if anybody's answers changed. If this is the situation we're in, and the EU is wielding as much power as it is, did we actually win World War II?
It depends on how you define it.
So
it depends on how you define it.
Real careful about how we approach this.
That's why I asked the way I did. Shadow, you're not allowed to speak. Stop it.
Whoa. Ever since that Jubilee video, I've renounced certain opinions I've had because they made fascism look fucking gay.
Fascism has always been gay. I don't know where the fuck. Like, why do you think they had such snappy outfits?
Yeah,
straight
homoeroticism on the next level.
Yeah,
you got naked dudes, and then dudes in the sharpest fucking looking outfits ever in history.
Gay as fuck.
To this day, the Rhode Island State Police are wearing basically the jack boots, and as hell, bro, and they look good.
To answer your question, Squatch, do you mean in the military objective of beating the belligerents of Japan and Germany with Italy tossed in there, or do you mean in the continuation of Western civilization?
I'm not talking now. Okay, hold on now. Militarily, I don't think there's a debate, but the hearts and minds seem to have gone specifically. What's that cunt's name? Merkel? Is that right?
Yeah,
Angela Merkel.
Yeah, look, I think this is going to sound fucked up, and like I said, I'm going to try and navigate this very, very carefully. But I believe it was Patton who said that we were fighting the wrong enemy the whole time.
Yeah, no, he was correct.
Churchill said something similar as well.
Yeah, the Japanese. To clarify, the Japanese.
He wasn't talking about the Japanese kid. He was talking about the Russians.
No. That's where I was getting to. The Japanese and the Pinwheel Party. They needed a bullet to the back of the brain because they did some not okay things. But the Soviets, objectively, being Bolsheviks, Marxists, etc., have done considerably more damage than either of them. The Japanese would have lost steam by the time they hit Australia, and the Germans would have run out of juice by the time they hit the Urals, whatever that mountain range.
Did you say juice or?
The Germans definitely ran out of.
They would have run out of juice, or
they ran out of all of them. I think.
A term of phrase in reference to
maybe
running out of
maybe
steam.
Not the best one.
Running out of steam is that better? Is that better?
Yeah.
Can I say steam? Is steam better?
Steam
Gasoline, guzzling.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Gasoline, baby.
Plenty of gas.
Gasoline, high grade gasoline.
That's savage. Absolutely savage.
We're gonna end this.
All I've got to say in context to that is Unit 731 might have changed that entire thing if they were allowed to run further than they did.
Yeah,
they were doing some really cutting edge stuff that, let's just say, those gentlemen Operation Paperclip people that we picked up, right? These guys were doing it wholesale on a scale that would just embarrass all of them boys over there.
Yeah.
Now, look, Art and Party. I'm of the mind that both fascism and communism, particularly from that particular era, right, are bastard children of the same moronic ideology, and they both needed a spanking.
Yeah.
Like our mistake was choosing to side with one over the other.
Yeah. Well, in the case of fascism, the guy who wrote down the ideology of fascism, Benito Mussolini, described himself as a better socialist. He left the Socialist Party of Italy because he felt like they weren't socialist enough, and then made fascism as a nationalistic socialism, so you could actually achieve the socialist dream, so then you could have the revolution,
which where the Austrian painter came in, and he was like, "Yeah, that's still not going far enough."
No, because Mussolini limited it to border lines, probably because Italians.
Joseph Stalin had the same idea, though. He wanted communism in one country.
Yep.
Except Russia did not have the economic development that other countries had.
Exactly.
So it was poor as fuck.
They decided to kill the czars.
If a country like America, modern America, were to swing full hammer and sickle, that style of communism, the world would fall beneath it. We have the purchasing power and the economic might and the production power and the access to the other countries and the fact that they already use our money. Done deal.
And that is the plot of Red Sun.
It is.
The Superman story, which is fucking amazing.
It's really good. You should all read it.
Fucking awesome.
Magnificent. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it when we get done here.
I've got a copy of it somewhere. I'll probably read.
I think I've got it on like freaking Amazon or something. I can't remember. I got it on something.
I think
the animated version isn't
animated
as good.
version. Yeah, it leaves some key elements out. Like go for the comic version.
Yeah, read it if you
He says we would burn the world down with us, and I disagree, because I think the point would be to subvert the banking system in a way that would leave other countries beholden unto the communist dictatorship that would become America. Yet again, Red Sun.
Honestly, though, I think the biggest issue with that future, Squatch, would be the fact that if you look how most countries go fascism or communism, a developed nation that could actually make communism work usually goes fascist. Like if you look at Latin America, Argentina, which could have been the rival of America had they made a few different decisions.
Right. You're seeing the point. When the combination of skills and technology that we have today, if America went full-blown hammer and sickle, non-revolutionary communism, where we all pull up our freaking bootstraps and do it by the book, right? it would be instigated through social media so quick that the only notification you would get would come over your fucking phone. The next thing you know, you're voting for which side of the rice you want to eat.
Yeah.
Which is, obviously an illusory vote.
Yes, it would be. Yes.
Fundamentally, the problem with authoritarianism.
You would suddenly be capable of voting from your cell phone because this has become you. You are the thing. Wherever this goes is where you're at.
Its serial number is your identity.
In your fucking head. That's why they want it in you. Sorry.
It's very Borg almost. That feels very Borg.
Duh. Why do you think we're? I don't want to say we're here, but I'm fucking against Neuralink so hard.
It's like the United States is kind of like the prototypical Borg. Your biological and technological distinctiveness will be added to our own.
No, we're the mafia, good sir. We're the mafia. We may have been the Borg at one point, but now
no. The United States is a better version of the Roman Empire.
He's right. We assimilated the mafia into our culture, not the other way around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They showed up going, "Hey, we're going to show you how to organize all this crime," and the federal government was like, "Hold my beer."
Right,
well,
look at Calvin Coolidge, right? That guy only got elected because he had fucking mobsters beating up pollsters in New York.
And dude, like they were like, "That's cute." What, 5 families? Neat.
What I was referencing more was the fact a U.S. foreign policy where we back a dictator or we back a country, we milk them for all the money they're worth, and then we stop providing, so then we discover WMDs magically. Wow. Go in, break shit, milk every last drop that's left from them, and then DD now, and then wait for them to...
All right. Can I do it? Can I do it, Sam? Can I do it?
Yeah.
Can I do it? I know we're over time, but
Julie.
The question was just asked in chat. Has anyone watched the new version of War of the Worlds? I have, and I want to fucking spit some rant bars out.
Before you do, real quick, I have not, and I will not, because it looks like hot fucking garbage.
Oh, it's worse than that, dude. It's so much worse than that. Dude, okay, stop. Let me get this out, kid. Ice Cube is playing a super genius tech hacky, right? Who works for the Homeland Security or whatever. Some NSA, you pick your 3-letter agency. It says like the Department of Homeland Security, but you can just insert whatever you want there. All he does is look at the entire movie through computer screens and his cell phone, and the whole thing is done through drone footage and bad camera angles, with the exception of about 4.5 minutes of alien invasion footage that is done with really decent CGI, and is the only reason I knew that I was watching War of the Worlds. Otherwise, you could have placed this in any other movie setting you wanted, and it would suck just as bad. The plot sucks. The acting is horrible. The arrangement makes you feel like you're watching a fucking Zoom call. And a bad one at that. And it goes further to piss me off because this dude who has all of this responsibility, literal godlike power through the internet to take over any camera, any cell phone, any car. He hijacks a Tesla to take it to his daughter in the middle of an alien invasion. He's plucking literal drones, military drones, freaking Reapers out of the sky to divert them to go watch over his family and stuff. And he's doing all of this negligently before the invasion starts. Billions of dollars of tech being diverted on this man's whim. And when the invasion starts, no matter how much they lock him out, he's able to just re-hack back in over and over. And when it's all said and done, he's the good guy. Remember this. This is the hero of this picture. Finds out that his son is the big bad that they were supposed to be gearing up at the DHS to fight. What was his name? I can't remember his name. Freaking Toxic or something like that. Some dumb hacker name, right? His son is this dumb hacker, and it turns out he's this super genius too. And his dad was just such an asshole. He never fucking noticed. And so instead of like doing the right thing and whistleblowing on the big information gathering project they've got going on, Disruptor, that's it. Thank you. And instead of like turning over all the files and doing the honest, legitimate thing, this guy who's been misappropriating funds for the past 5 years to observe his family without them knowing about it, even though they know about it, right? He turncoats against the federal government and becomes the second best hacker in the dark web. And now he's going to overthrow the whole system based around this information gathering setup. Basically what we've been talking about all night with what they want to do with the cell phones. It's that just they said it out loud. This was filmed. This is the new War of the Worlds. This was filmed during the whole lockdown period, and you can tell because there's never more than 2 people in a shot, and it's only the same 2 people, and everything else is done through Zoom calls. It's horrible.
Not only that, right? It's an 1.5 hour long advert for Amazon Prime. That's all it is. That's the whole fucking movie. The aliens are totally incidental.
Product placement now is the plot.
The plot,
and it's that shit. You can even see the green screen reflected in his glasses. He wasn't even at a computer.
So what you're telling me is Squatch's ticket paid for the entire movie, and the second viewer made the profit of the film, basically.
No, it was never released. This thing never came out in theaters. It was just boom released on Amazon.
Straight to Amazon Prime, man. As in like last week.
I didn't even know
corporate propaganda.
I had no clue this movie was going to happen, and I woke up after a good drunk, sat down on my couch, and was trying to recuperate. Turned it on, and I'm like, "Is that Ice Cube? Play." and now
I think.
Nice.
Liked Uncharted.
Yeah, like the Uncharted.
It's good enough.
Shared or shat.
It's sharded. It means you thought you had to fart, but there was a prize with that call.
Yeah,
it was
a little chunk in there. Yeah.
Awkward time for me to do this, honestly, but I gotta bail. I got to.
We're gonna
shot
end here in just a moment anyway. So why don't you go ahead and chill?
Yeah, for sure.
I can't chill. I'm back on Twitter. That's technically chilling. You can go see some of my horrible takes over there. That's about it. I don't stream and I don't make content on my channel anymore. So.
Well, feel free to come back on stream and shout anytime you like.
You kind of look like with that face, like you were doing it right then.
I think you just did.
I hate every single one of you, panel and chat included, except Eric. It hasn't done anything to me this stream. Or Old Blindy. Old Blindy also has much. Or D-Day. You know, I just hate the panel.
I haven't even dragged out any of the like old fucked up things. I only have one of them left in here anyway.
Good. Wunderwaffen.
Well,
excellent.
Shadow, we love your hate. Thank you for sharing it with us.
It could stand a little aging, like a fine wine, but it's a good start for a vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Yep. Thanks for
See you
coming,
later, bro.
Before we head out and do the actual shilling part and the ending of the stream and all that, I would like to reiterate that there is no good version of this story outside of the Orson Welles broadcast and the original novel by H.G. Wells. It doesn't fucking exist. They need to stop making this movie because it's not been good in any form. And I know there are people out there who think the Tom Cruise one was great, the Steven Spielberg version. No, it isn't. It's fucking shit. So that's it. I had to get that off my chest.
Yeah.
All right. So this book has a similar issue with it for like Dune or The Wheel of Time or Ender's Game. Ender's Game is a perfect example. It's not that long of a book, but the concepts are really deep, right? Or A Stranger in a Strange Land would be a better analogy. They've never made that movie because A, it would be fucking horrible, and B, it can't be translated into the visual medium satisfactorily because it just looks like a bunch of people fucking.
Yeah. I think our party is Are you referring to Fallen Skies, or was there an
Fallen Skies
War of
was
the Worlds TV show?
phenomenal.
Because I liked Falling Skies as far as I got into it. I kind of fell off in season 2 though, because
season 2 was the end of it. Don't watch season 3. That was an entirely different group of writers that came in.
There's like 5 seasons, I think, aren't there?
I've got them all. I'd have to go look.
So,
but like the last 2 seasons,
I watched the whole thing.
But I heard it picks up again after where I fell off, but I haven't watched any past that.
You sort of slide into like Stargate sort of territory, because then there's like multiple different aliens fighting against each other and shit like that. And yeah,
I must have missed that one. Arden Party saying there was a War of the Worlds TV series. Fair enough. I might actually look that up, but I don't.
That was actually a documentary. It was called Britain. Yeah.
I'm just gonna skip right past the bit where I call the foreigners tripods, and because I think that's entirely too flattering for the image that we.
Yeah, they like to think they're tripods. Yeah.
So anyway. This has been a fun time for the most part. There was some yelling and it was fun, and I hope you guys were entertained. This is kind of getting back to how we used to do this show, back in the day where we was all yelling at each other over shit. The kid was a big part of that, by the way, a big part of that for a long time. But we appreciate you guys hanging out and watching and, laughing and crying and insulting and doing all the things that chat does. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Sasquatch, what do you have coming up? Where can people find you?
Tonight, hopefully, assuming my StreamYard falls out, I am going to live at midnight. We're going to go over the brain rot video from Aiden Paladin. It's a 2-hour ordeal. I've covered about the first 20 minutes of it last night. I'm gonna try to do the rest of it tonight. Depends on who shows up. I'm gonna go 2 hours unless somebody pays me to go longer. Or it gets really, really interesting. If that happens, I may go longer anyway. But Sunday, I have the Blast Radius at 8 p.m. You can find that on my channel or Captain Curmudgeon's. On Tuesday, I have the Naughty Corner with Ajot. I'm not sure what she's going to want to do, but she's going to do it. It's generally people being bad and us laughing at them for being stupid and being bad. Then the next thing I know for sure that I've got is here again next Saturday. Same Sam time, same Sam channel. That kind of thing. Beyond that, like I said, I might be going live any night this week to finish up this Aiden Paladin bit, because she is perfectly on point when it comes to how stupid cell phones are making people.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's funny. I mentioned Ajot last night on Abyssal Musings briefly. Amir was on there getting mad that was it Abe, was it you or was it Devil who said something about beware of women who have a naughty corner?
It wasn't me. No,
Yeah,
I was complaining about the fact that she didn't put me in it yet. And I'm still waiting.
So that was Devil. And she's like, what other woman do you know who has a naughty corner? And I was like, Ajot has one. Ajot.
Yep.
But to be fair, it was kind of inspired by yours. So
in
a roundabout sort of through 3 other people away.
Me and her were sitting backstage one night. We'd been doing a show on Tuesday for like 2 or 3 months, but we'd kind of been, it was Ajot's corner, then it was the street corner, then it was YouTube street corner. It was just, nothing landed. And I turned on one of Mira's streams and had it muted, and she was shaking a shoe at the camera. And she was like, what the hell's going on over there? We turn on, and Mira's going, to the naughty corner. You are going directly to the naughty corner. And she said, mute that. Has the naughty corner been done? I said, I think she's doing it now, but I have no problem with thievery. This is YouTube. I set it up on the spot, went and got Suka's music video, brought it in, showed it to her. We picked it. The whole thing happened in about 10 minutes and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good
I mean,
stuff.
you're in deep shit if a Middle Easterner is waving a shoe at you.
You use the clips of the Mira for the intro. There's nothing in there from Ajot at all.
Yeah. Abe, what do you got coming up? Where can people find you? Let people know where you are and who you are and all the good things. Also, did I see something the other day about Jason David Frank dying, and didn't he die like a while ago?
Oh, he died years ago. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, somebody was posting like R.I.P. Jason David Frank, and I'm like, but he's been resting in peace for some time now.
He's fully rested up now, I think.
Yeah. Anyway,
he's the whole reason why I even have the Green Ranger as my logo and my
the case, yeah.
identity. Yeah. Just check out my Twitter, my Rumble.
Fair
and
enough.
Also subscribe to my YouTube because I want to be the first person to get to 1 million subscribers with absolutely no content.
I had 176 as a comment troll.
Sweet. Because if I were to just like go through the list, we'd be here for another 15 minutes.
Yeah, so, that's true. That's true.
That's good enough. Good enough.
Okay, well, as far as me, where I'll be right here on this channel, we do Abyssal Musings on Fridays, Screaming Into the Void, this very show on Saturdays. I'm doing game streams throughout the week when I have time for them. End of the month, we've got Whispering in the Dark. You can also find me over on Exiled Lioness 2, where I moderate and I do some stuff producerial-wise for Amira, the owner of that channel. On every other Monday, I'll be on Adam the Renaissance Nerd's channel for a show called Mellow Mondays, where we geek out about nerd shit. And Fridays, Saturday morning, right after Abyssal Musings on this channel, over on Beelzebub for the show Beelzebub, which is just a bunch of idiots who are either too tired or not awake yet or slightly drunk, arguing about shit as if they were in a bar. So
all of the above.
Yeah.
All of the above every week.
And that's it. That's pretty much my entire YouTube schedule. I put out shorts periodically.
You got one more thing to do. You got a shield, dude. Like, give me money now, money me now.
Oh, all right. I need to just like make a. I did. You know what? I did make a clip of that last time. Oh, I'm gonna pull it up so y'all can. No, I'm not. It's too much fucking work. I'm trying to end the stream. Money me, money now. Right. The Cash App link, which is the only one that I currently use at all. PayPal's doing the same stupid shit as Visa and MasterCard are, deciding what you can and cannot spend your own fucking money on. So currently I use Cash App. It's pinned at the top of the chat. Throw money at me. I'll happily accept it. Also,
I'll do a magic trick. I will make your money disappear from your account and appear on my Cash App. All you have to do is Cash App Sasquatch at $ Cock Squatch, and you can directly call me that anytime you want after you pay.
Right. So, yeah, I have to keep being reminded to do this because I'm not very good at it. So
that's why we're going to build it. It's going to work.
So, 3 years of content, people, I'm just saying, hundreds and hundreds of fucking hours of us gibbering like fucking insane baboons on meth on mine. So, check it out. And
I'm looking at peach.
Look, if you want to donate, I will, like I said, I will happily accept your donations and thank you for them. If not, I'm not one of these guys. I'm not DSP. I'm not going to insult you or shut down the fucking stream because it didn't happen. Like I did do a joke about that. There's a recent short on my channel that I think was pretty fucking hilarious. Go check that out. But I'm not doing that shit again. So thank you all for coming.
Really good, bro.
Yeah. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you all next time. And remember, it could always be worse. It could be raining flaming cobras. Good night, everybody.
Bye, folks.